Hey, it was the right button.
Okay, so as is traditional, Lazel, if you would like to tell everyone what is going on.
Traditional, get the bloody woman to do it.
To ask if you remember.
All I can remember, like I said to you the other evening, was with Slick Blue in the underground.
Okay. Does anyone else remember any more than that? It has been a while. Such Eagle. Josuke.
No,
Okay.
we've left it too long to yeah. And I don't know.
Okay, let's see if I can get to the introduction to the whole campaign to try and remind you what you guys were meant to be doing from the start.
Well, from what I have in my events, it says we found the mines are investigating. So, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of you... I wonder if I can bring a map up. Let's try that one. So, the lot of you all started in Neverwinter, where a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough-and-tumble settlement of Phandelver. Right, which you may remember is... got that map there? All the way down there. Yeah, where that ping is. Right, a couple of days into your travel, you were attacked. Gundren and Sildar were attacked and taken prisoner at Cragmore Hideout. The group of you were also attacked on your journey down to Phandalin and decided to chase the goblins back to their hideout, where you found Sildar, but not Gundren. Now you remember that Gundren had said he had found something big down in Phandalin, which you later found out was the Wave Echo Cave. Now, the Wave Echo Cave was cave that had been lost to history. It had what was called, I believe, the the something forge. I'm going to look this up because I'm actually on here. The forge, yeah, the spell forge. Right, so this was a dwarven and human mine that had been used to craft magical weapons, something like 500-600 years ago. However, the mine had been lost to history after a wave of orcs had swept through the northern area of the Swordwind Coast, and people had died, war had happened, and the mine had been lost to history. And in the intervening years, people had been searching for it, but no one had found it. Until now, it seems. However, as with all things valuable, other people had plans. The Black Network, Zentarum, stepped in. You may have remembered in Cragmore Castle, agents of the Black Spider were talking to the I'm not going to remember his name, but one of the boss bugbears who had been paid to detain Sildar and Gundren, take them captive, and find the location of the mine. Now we know that Gundren had been taken prisoner. We know that the map had been taken from him temporarily. But we don't know what happened with the Zentarum. Did they find the mine? Did they not? Did the bugbears decide to take the riches for themselves? Who knows? So far, you guys have been trying to find Gundren's two brothers. If I can just go back to the other screen. So I have so many notes on this. He had two brothers, Farden and Nundo. And I believe, if I jump up to the cave entrance, you had found the dead body of Farden, who I believe...
Nundro.
Was it Nundro?
Because I have an item in my thing from loot from Nundro.
Well, it's meant to be Farden. They've said Nundro at the time. It's meant to be Farden, and boots of striding and springing, I believe, were taken from his corpse. An interesting one that means that the walking speed becomes 30. You aren't encumbered by heavy armor. The speed isn't reduced by being encumbered by heavy armor, and you can jump 3 times your normal distance. Surely a useful thing for rogue and ranger-like people. So, right now, the group of you are inside of the Wave Echo Cave. So, we'll jump you back down to there. So you are trying to find what happened to Farden. You're trying to find what happened to Nundro. And, more importantly, probably for all of you, Gundren has offered to share with you the riches of the Wave Echo Cave if you will help him. Is there a spell forge here? Does it still work? Does it sound valuable? Are the Zentarum here? Are the bugbears and people here? Is the cave just horrendously dangerous? Who knows? You've been attacked by gelatinous cubes, by skeletons, and Josuke decided to go for a little swim, obviously, in the middle of a cave. And he's come out looking very pleased with himself. And this, I believe, is where we restart and re-pick things up. So, we're going to pretend that none of you have had a short rest. I'm looking at you guys. Trust you as far as I can throw you. Right. But Lae'zel is on reduced hit points. Let's have a look.
So am I, so I would like a short rest.
Yeah, so Lae'zel's used her second wind, probably used a whole bunch of healing potions. Right, there is one still in your backpack, along with a scroll of charm person, which I'm sure you remember.
Mm-hmm.
A talking doll, interesting. A tankard of sobriety. The tankard has a stern face sculpted on one side. You can drink the ale, wine, or other non-magical alcoholic beverage poured into this without becoming inebriated. That sounds not fun at all.
Ideal.
Okay. Right, so, what do people want to do? You've obviously come up from the south. You're heading north.
Do we take a short rest here before we go any further?
Do you say that out loud to your companions?
Yes.
As soon as you say that, you hear a booming noise echoing through the cave. It sounds like a gunshot or a clap of thunder, and it slowly recedes again. This is the same booming noise that you've been hearing roughly every couple of minutes since you got in here. What are you guys doing? Colby, Lae'zel, Eeks.
I'm going to explore upstairs.
Okay, so we have a no for short resting from Lae'zel.
Only because I've got enough hit points.
Well, I'm all up on the hit points here anyway, so I'm good to go, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not that hurt, so I mean,
Sure, then we continue.
unless somebody needs to get actual things back with the short rest, maybe spells. If they need to have that to get them back before we go into combat, would be a good idea.
Unfortunately, clerics do not get their spells back on a short rest, only warlocks.
Yeah.
And wizards, to a certain extent.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. You know, I don't know.
Well, for the record,
we know that.
Synth would get his blood maledict back. By the way, your sword is electrified at the moment. You would get, I believe, the thing that lets you puppet people. Lae'zel would probably get her action surge and her second wind back.
Okay.
Probably nothing for Colby. Or Channel Divinity. That probably would have been really useful for those skeletons earlier. You know you got that, Colby. Channel Divinity.
Ish.
Everything within 30 feet that's undead starts running away from you.
You know, and apparently I still have mine. I guess we did short rest then.
I guess you didn't really want to scare the skeletons. Does
Yeah,
Declan have anything?
Yeah, I know I could do with a blood malediction back, but
I think the only thing I would get back was 2 first level spell slots, and
That's on a
and
long
that's
rest.
a long rest. And anything else, I don't think I would get anything back from short. And I'm already up on full HP anyway, so carry on, I guess.
We can
Okay.
see if we get some combats, and after that, we might get to a short rest then. Fine by me.
Say that now, I've bloody done it.
And if anyone needs healing, I can just heal them. Because I have the power.
Okay, just ignore the DM rolling dice in the background. Right. Okay, so what is your consensus, guys?
I think the point being we're going to carry on and not short rest. By the sounds of it. So yeah, I think we're going north up the stairs. I think that's what where we're at right now.
We were
Okay.
doing clockwise, I guess, through the dungeon.
So, you've come into this room. Just George has gone for a little swim. He's come out looking very pleased for himself. Is anyone going to say anything before you do something?
I want what you've got.
How's the water?
The water seems cold. Is you know? Do you reckon it's drinkable? You got a smile on your face. Is everything okay?
George, the water was icy cold, having come from a cave.
I was just testing out my cap of water breathing. It seems to work fine.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Is anyone going to insight that? Roll deception, George. Before...
The sound of believers.
I wouldn't mind. Just to be a pain in the ass.
Deception 7.
Ouch. Fail.
So, Lazel, you wanted to insight that?
Yeah.
I will insight that as well, but just because it's my best.
19.
It wasn't even a lie. It was true. That's the
23.
first time I could have used it.
No. You George says what he says, right? But you can see a wry little smile on the side of his face, right? You know there's something he's not telling you, but insight is not mind reading. If he doesn't want to say it, he doesn't want to say it. You just know that there's something more to jumping in there than he's letting on.
How you didn't get frozen, I don't know.
Just don't go all the way down because there's a kraken down there or something. I don't know.
So, Laser, you've seen him jump in the water, come out with a smile. What would you do in this situation, just knowing that? Would you jump in? Would you just, knock him out and search him? What would you do? Just give up and carry on?
Well, I wouldn't knock him out. He's stronger than me.
Is he? Maybe. I mean, Lazel does have an 18 strength to Declan's 10.
Knocking out's not an option. I can drown him. But that means taking my armour off and sink it. Otherwise I'll sink.
Well, you could always walk along the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Just not for very long.
Yeah, no, if he's already nicked it, there's no point in me going in.
Your character does not know he's nicked anything.
Well, did I find anything else besides the rod or the wand or whatever it was?
Right.
I don't really remember.
Number 10. Right, you had found an old skeleton lying on the bottom of the pool, 10 feet from the shore and 10 feet below the water. The remains of a human wizard, by the looks of it, from old Phandelver, who you surmise died defending the mines against that orc invasion. Several arrows are still lodged in the skeleton's ribcage, and you found 2 platinum rings and a wand of magic missile. Here's a question. Did you put the rings on or in your bag?
I put them in my bag, I guess.
Okay. Right.
So I will show the guys. Yeah, you guys got me. I found some platinum rings, and I showed them.
So we're not daft.
Word anything else down there, or is that it?
What do the rings do?
Says Synth.
Do you think there's more down there, or
Well, there was a dead skeleton down there with the rings, so some arrows in his chest.
You did also possibly notice that the water is flowing out of this cave to the north. So, if for those of people who can breathe underwater, there is possibly another area that they could explore if they followed the underground river.
I'm not gonna leave the party at the moment.
Can we swim?
Of course, you can try.
Or does that have to take the arm off?
The horses can swim, right?
Yeah. Should be able to.
I don't think they're pretty good at diving, though.
Yeah, so the stream to the north has a gap of about 2 feet between the water and the cave ceiling. So you could get under it and continue through the water to the north with your head just about above the water, so you wouldn't have to hold your breath. There is also an exit to the stairs to the north as well, or northwest.
I think we're just gonna take the stairs.
Yeah, we can always backtrack and take a skinny dip if we need to.
Yeah.
Ready is the option.
Okay, guys, so what are we doing as a group?
Stairs,
Up
I
the
think.
stairs.
Stairs. I think stairs is a good idea, and then if we do need to come back, we know where we are.
Okay, what is the running order? Who's at the front?
Me.
Are we being stealthy? Are we just, wandering up?
I'm gonna stealth, hopefully, and I'm gonna go up front because I'm small. So I will go there.
Right, so Mr. Goblin, are you telling people, hold on, I've got to do this in a goblin voice. Right, bastards! Hold on, I got this! Right, you doing that? Or are you just trying to be quiet while the group goes up? So you're there with them, but maybe not as visible.
I'm gonna tell them to. I'm going to say to them to hang back a little bit and give me some room. I've got quite good stealth, and I'm small, so I might not be seen. But get them to be ready if something does happen. I will roll stealth for you. Give me a moment. That's a 16.
Right, I'm just double checking goblins because they get some interesting stuff there. Dark vision. Fury of the small. Nimble escape. Yeah, okay.
I can't see this. That's the problem. That's the problem I always have. I can't see what the what bonuses I get. That's the point. I always
just Sarge room. There's a link. And there is a summary.
Okay. Room. Give me a minute.
Okay, so Eagle is walking up towards the stairs, right? He says, in his own goblin way, "Right, bastards! I'm small, you're big. I was going to have a look. You can't stay here." So, are you all staying there, or are you following him or helping him? What are you doing?
It's more keep back. I wouldn't say stay. I'd say keep follow, but at a distance. There you go.
I'm following.
I will move towards the stairs and try to do it stealthily.
Right, how far back are you following? And Colby, roll stealth at disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. I got freaking.
15 feet to 10 feet, 5 feet. How far back?
15 in stealth on a disadvantage roll. That's a pretty good roll.
I will close the rear.
Lae'zel, are you trying to be stealthy?
Nope. Last time I tried, I failed.
Yeah. Colby, what was that roll, by the way?
15.
With disadvantage.
Yes.
Good.
It was.
And George, are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, let's say I'll try to not make some sound.
Nat one
With it-
triple fail.
No, with a 25, I don't make any sound.
Now, George kind of slowly walks into the water, his eyes just above the surface. No one can see him. With his cap of water breathing on, he doesn't even need his mouth or nose above the surface there. Right, so just chuck you hiding in the water there. Right, Eagle. So you round... Say Eagle. Should say Synth. Do some revealing. Where is reveal? There we go. Pull and reveal. So, Synth, what you should see is what appears to be a corridor. It appears to be a crossroads in a corridor. There seems to be a way to the north. There seems to be a way to the south. There seems to be a way directly in front of you. But that way is barred off by a door that appears to be closed.
Okay, so I will, being small, I will come up to the top of the stairs. Just, yeah. So hopefully I get to see more north and south.
There you go. You see what you see.
Okay. That
Roll me some perception.
perception. Give me a moment, sir. Perception. Passive.
Just roll it.
$17.
Okay. As you start sneaking into the area, you hear some noises that sound like they're coming from behind the door. You can't quite make them out at this point. Just as you try and, squint with your ears and stuff to listen, another boom just smashes through the cave. The sound of thunder clapping, and the noise that you were hearing through the door just fades into the background for a second.
Okay, so I tell the guys, hopefully they can hear me when I'm not shouting. Obviously, there's 3 ways we can go, potentially 3 ways we can go here. It's either north, south, or straight through, but there is a door. What do we want to do? Do we want to try looking north? Do we want to go through the door? Do we want to even check the door, and make sure there's no traps? Potentially.
That's what he tries to say, and it's translated through Goblin as all things that Eagle says are. Right, so he turns around to you guys, he's like, right, well, it's not way to the north, it's way south, there's a door. I can hear something, but I'm not really interested in that. But, come on guys, what do you think?
I think north.
Through the door. From where he's standing, the door is north.
You're one of those people that knows where the cardinal coordinates are by going, never eat shredded wheat, right? North is always in front of you.
Well, technically the door is west, but hey.
Or east. Anyway, so Eagle's there, he's like, come on, make a decision. Can't stand here all day.
I'm just following in the rear, so I'll let the rest decide.
Well, if you can hear something behind the door, I don't fancy opening it.
Eagle, do you want to go up to the door maybe and see what you can hear, or do you want to sneak to the north?
I can't see anybody, so it seems the door is closed, and you said it's closed. I will.
I didn't say it's locked. I said it's closed. Yes,
it's closed. So technically, there's no slats or anything through the door that I could, maybe see, but they can't see me, or they can see me. You know.
No, there doesn't really appear to be a keyhole. There doesn't appear to be a gap that you could maybe look through, but there is a door there.
Okay. So I will move closer to the door.
Okay. Move where you want to move to.
Do we want to see in behind the door? We can just paint a hole in it.
You could. So, give me another perception check.
Another perception. Okay. 17.
Okay. The noises appear to be voices. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you can hear that the voices seem to be deep and gruff. So it's kind of a muffled. You can kind of hear it sounds like talking, but you can't make out what's being said.
Okay. As you've said, there's no door lock thing.
You're going to try and open the door a crack and look in very, very stealthily?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Good idea.
I ready my hand crossbow.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. 7.
Right. You grab the door and you start to pull it open ever so gently. And before it even gets an inch, it stops. Right? Like something is holding it closed from the other side. And the door makes an almost inaudible jingling sound as the door handle on the other side jingles.
Okay, so I obviously will relay this to the guys. What do we want to do? I've made some kind of noise now. Do we just go for it and not be, stealth?
How are you communicating this to the group, by the way?
They're gonna hear whatever. Okay.
Diabetes.
Yeah, I would say, picture, trying to, but yeah, no, whisper. I think that's
Okay. Right, you're whispering this from what must be 25 feet away, So it's like 10 meters. That might be a bit difficult for people to hear. Can people give me a group perception check? Can you hear him?
21.
8.
16.
Right, Juska, you just about hear him say that you can hear voices. There seems to be something behind the door. It's locked. Lazel, give me a wisdom's check. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 4.
Okay, you see him mouthing something, but you can't quite hear him. And without even thinking of it, you just look at him, you just say, "What?" very loudly.
Why me?
I didn't fail my wisdom saving throw.
I have one thing before you start.
Eagle, you can hear voices behind the door. Lazel has just very loudly said, "What?" What do you do?
I'm not going to be silent anymore because of that. It's so I have my rapier, and I'm guessing my shield at hand. So I'll try again with the door not being quiet this time, because we've spoiled any sign of quietness.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Red. Which will be right. That was crap. 2.
Right. With all your might, you grab the door and you go, "Here goes!" And you just go, "Eh!" Because you're a small creature and you're not very strong. And the door just seems to stay there. But you made a lot of noise in the attempt. The door is just going ch 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 as you grab it. It's like, "Come on, open, you bastard door!" Nothing seems to happen. The voices in the background suddenly they seem to change in pitch, almost like they seem alerted to something, and there's almost urgency in their voices. Roll initiative.
I knew that was me.
Ooh, dirty 20 initiative.
Yeah, me too.
Hang on a minute. 9.
Let's just put one of them on. And one second, and it's... Okay. Yeah. Colby, Synth,
Yeah.
what is your dexterity?
18 plus 4.
That
That means 18.
Yep,
16
so...
16 plus 3, so on the decks. So Sarge would go first.
So I am biggest again.
Okay. Sarge, you can see you didn't really hear what Eagle said the first time. You just heard Lae'zel go, "What?" Right? And he just looked a bit panicked. He just turned around, grabbed this door, and started grabbing it. And you can hear him going, "Open, you bastard door! Open for me! God damn it! I said open!" As he's trying to open that. What are you doing when you see this?
Oh, I'm thinking, well, I didn't hear anyone in there, so I'm just gonna run up, do a 180, and back kick the freaking door open.
Athletic check.
Right, okay. So, run up. You actually have a charge ability, don't you?
Should have. Yes. Just finding it though.
It's always the problem. Charge. If you move at least 30 feet towards a
towards
target...
right.
Yep.
And hit it with a melee weapon attack in the same turn. You can follow the attack with a bonus action, making one attack against the target with your hooves.
So what I will let you do is I will let you use that as your strength check to see if you can knock the door down without consuming your weapon attack. Because that is effectively the bonus action that you would get. So, Give me a strength check. I tell you what, because you've charged it like that, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, that's good. 17 plus 2 in strength, so that will be 19. Pretty good. I believe. Is that enough for the damn door?
Okay, right, let me just do something. So we're going to do that.
Barracks, yay.
Right, as you charge into the door, right, you just rear up, smash it with your front hooves, and the door just bursts into splinters of wood. And in front of you, you see 4 very surprised-looking bugbears. Right, but again, they heard what Eagle was doing behind there. So as soon as they see you, they're not completely surprised. So they duck behind, one behind a brazier, 2 behind a bed, and 1 remains standing there, grabbing a spear, ready to do something on his turn. So how far did you move, did you say?
Can I see in this room?
So you've got to be at least there. You've got 5 feet of movement, Colby.
Right, 5 feet. I am going to go there, so I don't block the way. And let's see, I haven't...
Right, I should probably actually describe the room to you while you think about this. So as you break in, you see old stone bunks line the walls of this barracks, which is lit and heated by a glowing iron brazier in the middle of the room. So that's just basically something that's on fire in the middle of the room. It's just got fire there. Across the room is another door, this one blocked by a barricade made of the remains of a wooden table. So it looks like the bugbears have barricaded the other door for reasons unknown. So the one you've just broken through is locked, but the other one is barricaded. The same way you might barricade it if there were zombies outside trying to get in. Right. Colby, what do you do? Do you ask the bugbears very nicely for directions?
I don't think they're gonna give me any. I was looking at my spells. I have an attack action, right?
You do. So we use your bonus action to break down the door. So that's the bonus action you would have got from your charge attack. So you do have your main action and your reaction. So you could use a spell, you could use a melee attack, a crossbow. You could also just try and talk to them. I mean, Lazel, for instance, has a scroll of charm person. She could try and charm someone and look at them. She could try and charm you. Charm Josuke into giving her a wand. All of this works.
Oh my god. I can try and charm if you want.
Charm yourself. It's a great way to learn to love yourself.
Do that anyway.
I think I'm just gonna whip out the cross. Yeah, I'm not really in range of anything going face to face, so light crossbow.
You could always go for the gas move and light a bonfire.
Yeah, but there's already one in there. Nah, light crossbow to the closest target.
Right, so you've got 2 hiding behind bed frames, so they're in half cover. 1 behind a brazier, so again half cover, and 1 standing in the open towards the back. So the ones in half cover will have slightly more AC.
I'm okay with that. I'll still take the one on the north bed there.
Okay, let me just open. No, where's? Oh, come on. So I'm just trying to find a picture of a bugbear for you. Ah, there we go. So that's what a bugbear looks like. Hopefully you can see that. So they're wearing hide armor, and these guys appear to have shields as well. So they've got a shield, hide armor, slightly better than the leather armor, and some of them are in a half cover. So that's the clues for how much AC they might have.
In other words, roll above 15 or more, or something like that.
Roll well, my friend.
I shall try. 30-20 to hit.
Might hit.
Might hit.
Might hit. Okay. Roll damage.
Let's see, that's an 8 plus 4. So 8 damage. Good. And I
So what's our damage?
And I used the bone. What? What?
What's our damage?
8.
Was that 4 plus 4? 8.
Yep. That's what I said.
Okay. Right, you fire the crossbow and thwunk! This bugbear gets an arrow in his shoulder, right? But he just looks angry about it. He doesn't look bloodied. He's going for you.
Obviously.
Right.
And I used my bonus action for the door, right? So effectively, I am out of stuff to do.
Just reactions.
Yep.
Okay. Right, you've smashed down the door, you've run into the room. The bugbears actually rolled quite well. So they've matched you and Eagle, but their dexterity... Let me see, what's Eagle's again? 16. Right. No, so Eagle would go before the bugbears. Eagle, you can see that Colby's just run up, smashed the door. I forgot to ask you to do a dexterity saving throw. You were attached to the door, trying to open it when this happened.
Okay, so I need to do a dex save. Right, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that first. Dex save was 16.
Okay. As this horse comes charging behind you, you look behind you, go, ah! And kind of jump out the way to the south, just one square, as he smashes through the door. Right, and that's where you start your turn.
Okay. So I've seen him go in.
From where you are, and I'll just bring this up. We want that. So you can kind of see, that bugbear, right? Yeah, the door's to the north of you. So you can see that guy, but that's about it. Unless you move.
Okay, so I have 30 feet of movement, so... Look here.
Yeah, so you obviously see Colby run in. You can see him just grab his crossbow, thwunk. And you can hear the scream of pain from a bugbear.
What have we got? So if I'm holding my rapier...
Which is charged with lightning. Eagle, come on, what you doing?
Yeah, I'm just looking at what I can do and what my range is. Just bear with me a minute.
Right, let's speed this up. So, Eagle, you have a longsword, +1, a rapier, or scimitars or a short bow. So short bow is your only ranged weapon. Everything else is hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
You will also have a charge attack, just like Colby. You can charge at someone, and if you hit them, you get a +5 to your damage roll.
Okay. So I will move into what? Let's see what. don't want to go there. We want to do the. Give me a minute while I figure this out.
Where do you want to go?
I'm trying to do the finger gun and it's not doing it. Give me a minute. Tape measure, that's why. Yeah, I'm trying to do that, but I don't know how to do it.
Right, just tell me which one you're charging at. So so charge, right? When you use the dash action, so that's when you use your bonus action to double your movement. So you can go up to 60 feet. So you can basically get anything in this room. Right? As long as you dash, you get to attack as normal, and if you hit them with that attack, you get a +5 to your damage roll.
Okay, so we're gonna go for the one in the open once I see him. Basically, that's the go into the middle. Yeah,
this one here?
Yep.
And that specifically is where you want to stand. You don't want to stand here or, try and run that way.
Yeah, that missing that one. So yeah, so it'd be something like.
So you're trying to get behind the one at the far end because you have enough movement. You double movement.
So, how do you do that?
You can play with it when it's not your turn.
Wrong words.
It's not.
So, if I can ping it, I'm gonna get. Aha! Ping. There.
Right, so you can move your character. So move him where you want him to be. And then show me the routes that you use to get there. So it started from there. Come on, Eags, you had it a second ago. Okay, you're fine. Right, so you charge. You're charging at this bugbear. Use your little goblin self, right? So you're just running at him. I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! I got me rapier! I'm gonna get you! Right? Sparkling with lightning. Roll to attack. Or roll to hit.
Oh, that's gotta hit. I'm gonna love this.
Okay, Eagle. Eagle, you are a small creature with a pointy rapier, and the bugbear is considerably taller than you. Describe to me what you do to crit with this pointy weapon.
Oh, I'm just swinging it like a Jedi. It's the only thing I can ways to explain this.
So you stab him with the pointy end. Where'd you stab him?
Straight in the heart. I'm going to go for the heart. That's the only thing I know how to do.
Okay, so that's a lot of damage. 16 points with your... Is that with your rapier?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Why's that? Oh, yes, because it's crit. That's why it's 2. Plus, you get a +5 for charging. It's 21.
Yeah.
And your weapon is electrified. So you get an extra D4 for that. Is it still a D4 or is it more than a D4?
I think it's a D6 now.
Let's have a look. So you're... Where is it?
So you said
It is a D6.
And that is 4.
Let me just double check this. Crimson right. Yep, D6. And that's lightning damage, I believe. Right, so that was... Oh, my God. So that was 25 points of damage.
Yep.
Right? So you just run up to him. It's like, oh, I'm going to kill you! Oh, I'm going to kill you! And just stab him. Oh, I'm killing you! Look at me, I'm killing you! And the lightning just shocks this guy. And he's going, ah! See that? I'm killing you! That's what I'm doing! Right? And he just drops to his knees. But he's still up. You can just see smoke kind of just emanating off him. His eyes are wide, his mouth is open. He's half dead, but he's still moving. He's the crispiest of bloodied, but he's not quite down. And you're looking at him and you're like, oh gods, he's not dead! Oh gods! And then you remember, oh wait! I have 2 attacks per turn.
Yes, I do.
You pull the rapier out and you roll to hit.
Yeah, that one's not hitting.
Alright, you pull the rapier out, right, and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you! And in your excitement, you manage to just completely fumble and drop the rapier. It's like, oh god, where is it? And yeah, completely miss him. With your nat 1. Crit fail, guys.
Win 2, but hey.
Yeah, he just crit win to crit fail. Somewhere in there is an average 2 attacks, right? Okay.
Only Eagle.
Eagle, you've still got a little bit of movement left. If you had your bonus action, you could disengage because you're a goblin. But you've used that.
Yep. And if I move away now, it'll give him attack of opportunity. So I'm done.
Wait. I just need to read something here. Where's Bugbear? Okay, you are a small creature, right? You gain Fury of the Small. Right. When you damage a creature with an attack or a spell, and the creature's size is larger than yours, you can cause the attack or spell to deal bonus damage to the creature. An extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus. What is your proficiency bonus? Right, it's right at the top next to your walking speed.
+3.
Right. You can use this trait equal to the number of times. Yeah, you can use this 3 times. And then you get it back in a long rest. I don't believe you used it. So, Fury of the Small. You run up to him. You stab him in the heart. You electrocute him. You drop your blade. And you're like, you just go, ah! And just nut him in the head. And bang, he's dead. He only had 2 hit points left. So, yeah, that's some crazy stuff, Eagle. Right, you didn't use your full movement there.
Right. So I'll use the rest of my movement to pick up my sword. And
you've got, not quite how it works, but you've got, you can do up to 60 feet, so you could run around somewhere else. Okay, we'll say you picked up your rapier. Right.
Yeah.
Where would you like to move with your last 20 feet? You can just stay still.
I will stay still.
Okay, you're staying where you are. Now the bugbears. They've seen you smashing the door, Colby. One of them's taken an arrow to his shoulder, and he is pissed off about it. Right? He sees you. He's like, "Oh, Mavin, what? There's meat on the menu, boys." Is what he's going to say. He's going to run up at you. Right? He's going to come out of cover. He's going to charge towards you, and he's going to try and whack you with his Morning Star. Right? And that is a 13 to hit. I don't imagine that hits.
Nope.
Right, the second one, behind the brazier, seen what's happened to his friend, and he runs down here, and he's going to take a swipe at Eagle with his Morning Star. 16 to hit. Eagle, what's your AC?
Does not hit, that's a 17.
Right. Okay, so then the other one, which one would he run to? The guy who smashed in the door, or the small goblin that just killed his friend? Who do you think? Right, let's roll for this. 1 to 10, it's going to be Colby. 10 or above, 11 or more, it's going to be Eagle. And that is an 18. He's running towards you, Eagle. Right, and he's going to take a swing. And that is a dirty 20. So he hits. He does. Let's see. How is that even rolling? Yeah, so he does 7 points of piercing damage on you.
Ouch.
So if you can take 7 HP off of you. Right, and then that takes us down to George. You see Colby run in. You hear arrows fly. You hear people scream. And you hear a goblin going, I'm going to kill you! Oh, I'm going to kill you! But you don't really see what happens at the end of that.
So, I'm still at the bottom of the stairs. Can I see in the room? Do I see any of those?
Okay, you can see. Do this. You can effectively see that rectangle's worth of vision from where you are. You're just looking down at the moment.
Right.
Looking down the corridor.
So I'll first move up, at least up the stairs, behind that first wall.
Okay, so move to there. That's 20 feet of movement. Right, where is this? So you're kind of now seeing that sort of area.
That's good enough. I think I'm gonna help Sint a bit from here.
Yep.
I will do a... So both those, I guess, bugbears are not hurt yet, I guess.
Neither one of them looks hurt. I think all you can really tell is, are they bloodied or not? And they do not look bloodied.
I will attack the one, closest to me, so before Sint.
Okay.
With my hand crossbow.
Roll to hit.
28 to hit.
Nah, it doesn't hit. No, okay. Roll damage. +9. What bullshit is this?
It's the fighting thing. So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay, so an arrow just flunks into the back of the first one. He kind of arches his back, roar! But he's still looking at Eagle. He's still got his Morning Star raised. He definitely felt that one, though.
Oh, do I get advantage because I'm attacking him from his backside?
You would think, but the DM says no.
Okay, then I'll just attack him again with my second attack.
So you need to be hidden or properly flanking. Okay.
Same hand crossbow again.
Right, roll to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That's going to hit.
That would be 8 points of damage, and I have a different thing, I guess. Colossus Slayer thing. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8 damage if it's below its HP maximum.
It is.
Yeah, because I already hit it. So that's an additional 7 damage.
Jesus, you make the most broken characters, you know that. So again, this bugbear is just... He's standing there, he's just cracked Eagle on the back of the head. Right, so Eagle says, ah, me noggin! Right? And again, as he's doing that, he just gets funk in the back, and he's just screaming in pain. Ah! And he now looks bloodied.
Then I will take a bonus action attack as well with my hand crossbow.
So many crossbows. How many times are you loading this one crossbow in a turn? I know you took a feat, you don't have to.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, the same bugbear again.
Right, is this one without proficiency, I believe? Or is that another feat so you can use two-handed weapon fighting?
Let me see how it's called.
So I think you... Because it's been a while since we did this one, but I think you had a feat.
Yeah, so crossbow expert. You ignore the loading property of crossbows with which you are proficient. Being within 5 feet doesn't impose disadvantage. When you use the attack action attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you are holding. So it doesn't say it's without proficiency bonus or anything.
Right, okay. So just remind me on this. So you fired your crossbow twice.
Yes, and hand crossbow is
How many attacks per turn do you get?
So I have 2 attacks per action.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Have you looked at your character sheet?
Yes.
Oh, I'm looking at the different one. I'm looking at Declan. Right. Let's get... where is you? George. There we go. And there's 2 attacks. Okay, we're good. Right. Roll your... you've rolled. You've hit. Okay, roll your damage.
An additional 9 points of damage.
And with that, funk, 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 and the guy just is down. I feel sorry for him. He's just been obliterated from behind.
And then I just stand behind this wall, not hiding, but just in cover.
It's one of those things. So that's what I should do. Just say you weren't paying attention, and suddenly just a giant ooze is just gonna engulf you. That's what's happening. No. Right. Okay. Lazel.
Finally. You're missing out on the action here.
Right. So finally, with a start like that, that means you've obviously thought deeply about what you're about to do, and aren't going to take 10 minutes to tell me what's happening. What are you doing?
No. I'm going to move up here because I've already measured.
Okay, so where are you moving to?
Right, just outside the door. And can I see this one through the door?
Right, so you can move 30 feet. You could move to the door if you wanted.
Oh, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
So you can see everything in the room.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going... Everything. Can I crossbow the one near?
Yes, you can certainly try.
I don't think I'm close enough.
Right, are you using your fighting spirit to gain advantage, or are you just doing a straight attack?
I use my fighting spirit.
Okay, so mark one of those off, and you gain advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of your turn. And you get 5 temporary hit points.
Cool.
I'd also just mention we do have the bot up and running for crit wins and crit fails.
Oh, are you doing it because Eagle ain't?
I couldn't. I couldn't because it wasn't set. That's why I put no was the easiest answer, because it wasn't set.
Well,
And
I
restream.
back up.
I didn't know how the restreams worked with the
Right,
So,
No follow.
I rolled a hit.
Lazel, how has your health increased? Your second wind restarted? Because no one short rested.
Did you just say that I gained hit points from that?
You gained 5,
Oh, okay.
but you were on 29 according to the D&D Beyond.
30.
And again, if your second wind has reappeared, that's because you've short rested.
Yeah.
So I need you to tick that back off. Change your health to 34. And I need you to tick off... Yeah, you've done one of the fighting spirits, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Well, she's good at ticking off other people anyways.
Oh, shut up. Right, can I eat something
So
now?
easy.
Yeah. So number one thing that DMs have to keep a watch out for is between sessions, everyone pressing short rest and long rest when no such thing has happened. Right, okay. So, Lazel, roll to hit. It's with advantage, so you get to roll again.
23 and a 13.
Okay, so the 23 hits. Roll damage.
5.
Right, so he's going to take a little bit of damage. He's still up. What are you doing?
Is he close enough that I can sword him?
No, he's just out of reach.
Damn, I can't move anymore.
You cannot move anymore, no.
I will have... Oh, hang on a minute. Da, 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 da. Can I throw my hue at him?
You certainly can, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw an axe at him. So, roll to hit. You can do that. Axes can be used as thrown weapons.
15.
It's with advantage, because remember, you've used Fighting Spirit.
Mm-hmm. Also, hang on. Thought I'd roll again.
Yes.
Oh, not this. 11.
Right, so, with that, it doesn't actually hit him. Right, it swings by him. Right, and the axe buries itself into the wooden bed frame behind him. And Hugh, being a magical axe that does max damage against wooden targets, the bed frame splinters into 1,000 pieces. But not a lot else happens, as the axe clatters to the ground.
Oops. I need to go and retrieve my axe.
Colby, you see Lae'zel throw what looks like Lae'zel throw an axe so hard it caused a bed to explode in front of you.
I am afraid of my health.
You make a mental note never to piss Lae'zel off.
Nah.
He does that every day. Wait.
Okay, Lae'zel, you've moved. You've attacked twice. You've used your bonus action to cast Fighting Spirit, so all you've got left are reactions, so I think that is your turn.
Yep, that's me.
Colby.
Yes.
You can see the bugbears seem to be dropping like flies, but there is still one in front of you, and he looks pissed.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just touch him and inflict wounds on him.
Okay, roll to hit. You wouldn't think it'd be so hard to touch someone, but apparently it is.
Well, with a 19.
A 19 will hit.
Yes. Yes, it will.
And what is that? 3d10s of necrotic damage?
It is 3d10s, and they are coming up right here. And that looks like, what, 21?
Okay. You kind of put your hand out, touch the bugbear's head, kind of do your what do you say? I bless you, my son, or
Feel. And go away.
okay, you just put your hand on his head, tell him to feel it, and his skin starts sloughing off, he starts melting, and he screams the most blood-curdling scream you've ever heard in your life, as he kind of melts from the inside out and turns into a puddle on the floor.
Ouch.
Mark a spell slot off. I think I should change your alignment for that.
What, necrotic evil or something? I don't know.
Well, yeah, he kind of rotted from the inside there. I mean, necrotic is kind of necromancy and all of that. Right, so that bugbear's dead. What are you doing? Do you still have a charge attack?
Yeah.
No, wait, you'd have to hit with a melee weapon first. No.
I think the best thing, well, I can go up to them because I got the movement, or I can, yeah. You know what? I think I will move, and then pull out my great sword and beat the crap out of that bugbear.
Great sword, interesting. Right.
You
Okay.
got one.
Yeah, well,
Right, so you're moving. You've got 40 feet of movement.
I
You're
have
moving to
40 feet
here?
of movement. I will move right there, yes, that's fine. Yep.
Right,
Like that.
Synth, what are you doing? Eagle, stop eating. What are you doing?
I will hit him with my rapier.
Okay, roll to hit.
And
Right, you were so excited from killing the last one that you haven't really recovered yet. The adrenaline's just spiking through you, and you miss this guy. Dodges to the left. What are you doing with your second attack?
try again. 18. Thank you.
This time you do manage to hit.
Good. That's 8, and give me a minute. A d6 coming up.
So that's going to be 13 points of damage. Yes, he's looking a little bloodied, but he's still up. Right. Are you using your bonus action to run away? As a goblin, which is great, you get to use your bonus action to take nimble escape, and you can disengage or hide as a bonus action.
I would take the hide in plain sight.
You literally can't. You can roll it, but he's not going to be hidden.
Okay, I will go disengage then.
Okay, so you just use that. That's your bonus action. You can now move without having an attack of opportunity against you. So where would you like to move to?
There we go.
Okay. Right, which takes us down to the bugbear's turn, and the bugbear now only has Colby to attack. Funny how that happened.
Whoops.
Mistakes were made. Right, so he's going to take a Morningstar attack against you, Colby. That is a crit. Right, and that is... What's that? Oh! Is that really how that works?
Crit 1 or crit
Sorry,
2?
I am just rolling. Right, there's the damage dice. Sorry, give me a minute. This... Yeah. Wow. That is 27 points of piercing damage. Somehow.
Is that a crit win or a crit fail?
That's a crit win. 27 points.
God.
Right, so that's going to take you down to 14 points. Wow. So yeah, that doubled his damage dice, and he gets 2d8s. So he got 4d8s plus some extra. Right, so he's very pleased with that, having cracked you with a Morningstar. Right, your shoulder or your chest is almost caved in from that, but you're still up. You look very bloodied, Colby. George, what you doing?
I'm gonna shoot that bugbear.
Yeah, you can see his Morningstar has just cracked Colby in the chest. His armor is just caved in. You can see a little blood just go out of his mouth.
Yeah, so hand crossbow attack with a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
It's gonna hit.
Six points of damage.
He is still up.
Did he already take damage, this one?
He did.
So that's another 1d8. Only 2 extra damage.
He's still up.
Well, then we have to attack him again, I guess. Same hand crossbow attack, same bugbear.
Lazel, we're getting a bit of feedback on your microphone. 19 will hit.
19 to hit. 5 points of damage.
He's looking extra crispy, but he is still up. You should see this guy. He's he is battle crazed. He is just absolutely destroying Colby as Arrow just flunks in once again. It's like he's raging. He's just held together by spit, sticky tape, and just pure spite. He is still up.
Then I'll do the bonus action attack to the same one. Which misses with a 12.
It misses. Takes us down to Lae'zel, I believe, unless you're moving.
I will move inside.
Yeah, afraid of that giant jelly that's been sneaking from the north, eh?
A little bit.
Okay. Lae'zel, what are you doing?
You ain't going to run in next to Colby.
Right, so your movement speed is 30. Although, you have an ability.
Mm-hmm.
You can cast the jump spell, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just say, is this an action and cantrip? I'd let you do it as a bonus action. It would let you triple your jump distance. So that would be 49 feet. Technically, you could jump from here to there.
Yeah. Okay. I do that.
So you cast the jump spell,
Yeah.
jump halfway across the room next to Colby. If you mark that off your features and traits.
Already done it.
Okay. You've used your bonus action to do that, so you cannot use your fighting spirit. So what are you doing?
Can I use my sword on him?
You can certainly try.
Finally. Rolled it. Ugh, 12.
A swing and a miss. And with your second attack.
17.
Hits. Roll damage.
15.
Right. How do you want to do this, Lae'zel?
And chop his head off.
So you do it like a proper barbarian style. You run up and you just do a spin with the sword. You just do a whole 360 degrees as you pop underneath his neck, and his head pops off and rolls to the ground, covering Colby in a little bit of blood splatter at the time.
Ew.
At least he's dead.
And with that, we find ourselves out of combat. Colby looking worse for wear, but everyone else more or less okay. Synth is a little bit hurt, I believe. 40, 41 sort of hit points. Colby down at about 14. Lae'zel at about 34. George is doing absolutely fine, though.
Yeah, I think we now close the door behind us and short rest. And go for an ad where we can go for a cigarette break.
I start looting the corpses.
Of course he does.
I want to use Cure Wounds on myself so I can get some health back.
Yeah.
Do you want a short rest first, or do you just want to use Cure Wounds right now?
Short rest. Cigarette break.
Fine.
Jesus, stop fucking smoking, man.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break then. So everyone can have a quick bio, cigarette break. Eagle, we will be starting without you because you take too long. So just run off now, Eagle. And anyone who intends to short rest, you can short rest. The door to the west is now, you're unable to close it. Used to be able to close it, but now it's in about 10 different pieces on the floor.
I have no idea how that happened.
Not at all.
Right, but if you want over the break or before you come back, you can all press your short rest buttons and tell me how many hit dice you're rolling as well.
Yep, working on it.
So, Colby, I would suggest all the hit dice.
Yeah, possibly. We'll see what happens.
Lazel, at least 2 of your hit dice you'd need.
Ouch.
Synth, maybe 1, 2, perhaps.
That's 20.
I saw a 1 there, Colby.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd you find the hit dice again?
4 is
Press short rest. There's hit dice underneath it. You need to tick the number of them you want to use, and then press that thing that will roll your health.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 of them.
Not entirely full, but full enough.
Okay.
For some reason,
didn't
it
feel
doesn't
like-
automatically roll for me.
So
Didn't
Lazel's back on full.
Yeah, I'm -3, but I still got 1 hit dice remaining in case of another short rest. So.
Right. Okay. So what health did you say you're on, Sarge?
38 out of 41.
Okay, you're updated. And George, if you actually click on short rest,
Yeah,
right,
I know how to do it.
click a
but
hit
it's-
dice
but-
and actually click the thing that says, 1d whatever it is plus whatever it's adding. Click on that. Don't click on take short rest, and it'll roll it for you.
No, it doesn't.
Well, what can I say? It's Lazel rolled a hit dice heal.
Yeah, I know, and I've had it work for me as well. It just doesn't.
Okay, so you've rolled 1d10.
Yeah, +4, so I should have 8 extra hit points.
Okay, so you're on 48, I think.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Should be, you say? Should be. Right, okay. Colby, Sarge, if you want to put the transition screen up for 5 minutes, and everyone, let's take a quick bio.
And I've forgotten how to do the crit fail thing now. I haven't used it in so long. I've forgotten how to do
Oh,
it.
just do it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
know.
I got the screenshot of the D&D commands anyway, so...
Mr. Swish.
Okay. So, George was looting the room, was he?
I was.
Someone was.
Right. So, what was everyone else doing?
I'm also going to loot a body.
We have one each.
Yes, you can certainly have one each. Everyone pick a bugbear. Who's looting what? Come on, move your character to the bugbear. I'm assuming George is trying to loot the one next to him.
Yes.
Oh, the one next to me.
Okay.
So George gets the melted one.
Yeah. There's got to be a "that's what she said" joke in there somewhere. I just can't find it. Right.
Right.
Okay. So everyone, give me an investigation check.
Oh, shit.
16.
21.
Oh, off.
17.
Okay.
Shit.
So, Lazel, you don't really find anything on yours. I mean, he's got a morning star, he's got some hide armor, there's a wooden shield if you wanted to pick up a shield. That would give you +2 to your AC, but you could no longer use your great axe because that's a two-handed weapon. But you could add a shield if you wanted. Right,
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted 18 AC. So feel free to add a shield to your inventory. And then make a decision if you want to equip it. George, you find... Oh, actually, we'll get to George last. Colby, what did you get?
Was a...
The 16, plus, minus?
0. Plus 0.
Okay. You find 13 copper pieces on your bugbear. Again, he's got a wooden shield, he's got a morning star, he's got hide armor. He's got a very strong body odor, but you can't loot that. Okay, so you can add 13 copper pieces. George, with a 17, you find 13 electrum pieces. So, for those people who are counting, electrum is kind of halfway between gold and silver. So, 2 electrum pieces are worth 1 gold piece. So, 13 is about 7.5 gold pieces. Right. And also, George, you find an axe embedded in shattered remains of a bed. Right. Are you giving that back to Lazel?
Yeah, I'm giving that
You're not
back.
licking it.
Yeah. So I think Lazel kind of does that from across the room. You're like, Lazel, is this your axe? And she's like, hey, give that back. You ain't nicking it. Just like she said then. Did you throw it to her? She'd hand it up to her.
Nah, I'll just normally give it to her.
Throw the extra. Oops.
Right. Eeks. Should I say, Synth. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Right, man. Please be a better one this time round. That's much better. That's a 19.
Right. As you're rooting around for his pockets, doing your goblin thing. Come on, you bastard! What you got? What you got? Give us something nice, Synth. Oh, you kind of feel something glass-shaped, like a vial, and you're like, oh! You kind of put your hand over it, and with a 19, kind of move it away without anyone seeing. Right. So you've got a vial of liquid now. The potions are a little hard to tell sometimes. So why don't you give me an Arcana check? Can you tell what this is?
Arcana, that...
Comes to Synth. Comes to Synth.
7.
What is ya? What is ya? Right. So you can see something written on the side of it, but you suddenly realise, I can't read. What's this say? Okay, you would have to ask someone for help if you want to know what's in it, or you can just drink it and find out. But it's a potion of some kind. Only you know you have it. You could try and trick someone. What's this word say?
Well,
What's he doing, Eagle?
As a give me a minute. As a goblin, can I actually read?
You certainly can read. I believe your character can. He can read Druidic. No, wait, that's the wrong character. You can read Common.
Okay, so I can read the letters on this bottle, correct?
No, because they're written in Goblinoid.
Okay.
Well,
But
you
I-
need help from someone.
But I am a goblin, so I should be able to read goblin.
With your Arcana check, trust me, you just don't know what's there.
Okay.
You need to ask help from someone.
you might have been turned into a goblin, but that doesn't mean you can actually read the thing.
I will ask for help then. I didn't want to, but yeah, I was gonna try and role play it if I could read the letters and ask. So what does this spell? Instead of asking,
Oh, you could certainly do that. You don't have to show them the vial. You could turn around to people and say, "Oh, does anyone know what this would spell?" and kind of write it out somewhere.
yeah.
Okay, so Synth does that to the group. He starts in the dirt on the floor, in the dust, kind of writes out some letters, and he's like, guys, oh, not just asking for a friend, Does anyone know what this spells? Does anyone want to help him?
I'm now on my short rest.
I don't have Goblin as my language, so I have no idea what it is.
You just roll Arcana, guys.
I do not know what it is.
Not with a 9. I don't think that'll make much sense.
Or 6.
No one has investigation, do they? Oh well, you may as well. You might have to drink it to find out what it does. The potion is a crimson liquid which regularly pulses with dim light, calling to mind a heartbeat. Is the description.
That could be a number of potions.
It might turn him back in a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Okay,
Or it could
so
be a revive. It could be healing. It could be anything.
Ooh, turn him back out of a goblin.
yeah, I really should have kept one of them alive. Yeah, at this point, you don't really know what it is. You'll have to either put it in as a mystery potion, or you'll have to drink it and find out.
Drink.
Joke. I mean, drink.
So many funny things in this campaign have happened involving people drinking stuff.
I am not drinking it without knowing what it is, so I will hide it in my backpack or something. I'm sure I have a backpack.
Okay, so create a custom item and call it Potion of question mark.
Oh, backpack.
Okay, so what's the next on the agenda?
Well,
Okay.
we can go up the corridor
Well.
or through the door.
There's a door on the western side. It appears to have a table pushed up against it to barricade it closed for some reason. The one you came through was locked but not barricaded. They appear to have this appears to have been a barracks of some kind. The bugbears appear to have been occupying it. There are the desiccated corpses of dead miners in the corner, the kind that look like they've been dead for 500 years. Not smelly bodies, just we don't really want them in the bit of the room. And yeah,
Did we also loot those bodies?
there's nothing there.
Just about to say that.
Yeah.
Let's try, George.
Okay, so there are bugbears here. So far you've come across skeletons and oozes, but these are the first living creatures you found here. Now you know that the Zentarum, the black spider, has been trying to find the Spellforge, and you know that Cragmore Castle, the bugbears, and I think was King Groll or something like that, had the map, and now you found bugbears. You are alerted that other people might know where the cave is, but whose forces may be here?
So
What do you do?
the main question is, do we enter this door, or do we go up and see where this leads?
Well, I don't think we can go
what do we say, group?
I think we should listen to the door. Maybe see if we can hear anything first. Unlike what we did with me.
Do you want me to paint a window in the door?
I mean, if you have that ability, maybe it's. But then, is that a two-way thing? If you do that, can they see us?
Probably.
If there's anything behind there, that's.
So you can certainly listen to the door.
Yeah, I definitely would think we should listen. I'm not sure if we want to do the paint the door thing, because if there is anything behind there. I mean, if we listen and there's nothing there, then maybe painting the window might be an idea.
You say the door's blocked.
It's barricaded from this side. So someone has moved items of furniture up against the door to hold it closed.
So this is kind of a safe room at the moment, then. So we could backtrack and see what's up here.
Who has the highest perception? Passive perception.
Give me a minute.
Passive 12.
16.
Passive 13.
11.
George, as people are discussing, where they want to go and what they want to do, you hear what sounds like a sound coming from the other door. Kind of a clicking sound.
I tell the group and I say, let's just keep it barricaded. I hear something on the other side.
Oh, wait. You don't hear it from that side. You hear it coming from the open door side.
Okay, I move away from the door towards the rest of the group, and I say I hear something in the hallway.
Well, that's just gravy. I ain't ready a crossbow.
Yeah, I also ready my hand crossbow, and I take cover behind this brazier thing.
Right. Okay. 1 second.
And DM rolling dice is not a good thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing, it's a thing. So, yeah, okay. Right, can you all roll me perception?
Yeah, we can roll it.
14.
Doesn't mean it's good.
16.
13.
Right, so George, you heard that clicking sound. You backed away from the door, told people you could hear something. And you all look at the door, holding crossbows, holding actions. You don't see anything. And you hear it. More clicking. This time, from above you.
Snake.
Roll for initiative as 2 Gricks drop from the ceiling.
Jesus.
Attracted by the sound of battle and the smell of fresh blood, these two, just to show the players, these two snake-like creatures have slithered along the floor, along the ceiling, as they apparently get advantage in stealth on rocky terrain, of which this is. So you weren't able to see them coming in, and they have dropped down for a surprise attack.
Don't like snakes.
They're like the stuff that was also in the castle, right?
There was one of them in the castle. So yeah, because you guys stayed in this area for so long, and again, because of the smell of blood and battle, these things did appear. Oof. That is crit initiative for the grit. Which probably makes sense, because that's effectively a surprise. Right. Lazel, do you want to put your 10 in?
I'm trying. It won't let me do it.
Okay, let's put yours in.
Thank you.
Right, we're missing someone. Where is...
Me.
There we go.
You need to add
Okay.
me, I guess.
Where are you? Clicking on the wrong character. There we go.
Oh boy.
Right, so... Okay, so the Gricks drop down. One next to Synth, the other next to George. And these things... Let's just see. What are they there? Descriptions. Yeah, these worm-like creatures blend with the stonework and just fall from the ceiling when their prey comes near. They rear up, its 4 tentacles unfurling to reveal a hungry, snapping beak. As they pounce towards you. So firstly, the Grick makes an attack with its tentacles against... we're going to have this against Synth. So that is a 9. So that's going to miss. Which means it doesn't get its... Yeah, it doesn't get its multi-attack. The other one is going to attack George. That is the wrong button. And that is a crit. Right, so that is a crit for 9 points of slashing damage. And now that its tentacles have wrapped around you, its beak sinks itself into your soft flesh. For a 19.
19 hits.
Right, so that is in total 16 points of slashing damage. That was 9 slashing, 7 piercing.
Great.
Yes.
So was that a
Okay.
double crit? Was that a double crit win then?
Well, that was just 1 crit against George.
Yeah, but didn't you roll the crit for?
His tentacle attack.
No, the surprise thing.
For initiative, yes.
So
Wait,
that's what I'm saying. Is that not a double crit win?
That is a double crit win for people paying attention.
Yeah.
Right, that takes us down to George. You have a Grick wrapped around you. This snake thing is flailing as its tentacles are wrapped around your body and its beak is sinking itself into your shoulder. You wince in pain.
It took me for 9 and 7 damage, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Slashing and piercing if it makes a difference.
So I should have 32 health.
Okay, we'll put you on 32. There you go.
Am I grappled or?
You apparently are not.
So there's nothing really holding me here.
Yeah, it's wrapping its tentacles around you, but not in a grappling way. More like the same way that if someone was biting you, would have their teeth stuck in your shoulder. So you're not restrained in any way.
But yeah, so there's nothing really.
Yeah, from a D&D rules perspective, you could literally walk away from it if you can disengage.
Yeah, let's. I will bonus action Zephyr Strike, which tells you move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn.
Good use of a spell.
Yes, it is.
Right, so very niche, but very good in this situation. You can literally walk away from it and make a decision. Are you going to melee? Are you going to shoot your crossbow? And I believe you said advantage?
Yeah, I get advantage on my first attack. So
Okay.
I will take advantage on this attack. I will also do...
You're going to do that -5?
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So -5, but +10 damage if you hit?
Yeah, I'll have to see it. So yeah, that's -5 and then +10 to the damage.
Okay, so you got a +10 if you hit, and a +d8 on top of your normal damage.
Correct.
Oof.
And
You better hope you hit.
It's with advantage. I'm not gonna move yet. It doesn't matter for me. I can shoot at melee range without a disadvantage because of
That's
the
fine.
feet thing.
And these are snake-like things, so you'd imagine they've got some kind of natural armor, but they're not covered in metal plates.
Yeah. So with advantage, hand crossbow attack against the one next to me with -5. 21 to hit. -5 is 16.
That hits. By the way, Colby, if we got the Pokemon battle music going in the background here.
Should have.
So that would be the normal damage is 8 plus the
D8
D8
plus 10. So it's already 18.
So the D8 is an extra 4.
Okay, so that's 22 points of damage. It's still up, but it looks pretty bloodied. Pretty bloodied at this point.
Okay. Then
So you hit it at point blank range with your crossbow, and it just goes straight into its head. You can see the arrow go straight through. The thing writhes in pain, bloodied but still up.
I might not have needed to take the disengage thing.
Well, they got you extra damage.
Yeah, it's the advantage thing that also helps.
Okay.
So I don't have advantage on my second attack, I guess.
No, you do not.
But I will do a normal attack then without the -5. The same grig thing.
Yep.
21 to hit.
21 is going to hit.
So this attack is 8 points of damage plus the Colossus Slayer thing, which is also a 1d8.
Right, so roll damage.
For an additional 5.
Okay,
So a total of 13 damage for this attack.
Right, and with that, right, arrow to the head, bloodying it up. Another arrow to the head. The thing rears up and hisses as it falls to the ground dead, leaving blood running down your shoulder, where its beak was embedded just moments ago.
Perfect. No need for me to disengage. I will do my another bonus action attack against the other one then.
Yeah. So you can see this Grick snapping at Synth. Synth is so small it looks like you might be able to swallow him in one bite. The goblin ducks and weaves. You can kind of see Synth there going, "Ah! I'm not going to be your lunch today!" as he kind of jumps left and right.
13 to hit.
13's going to miss.
Then I will move a little bit further away from that thing and stand behind that brazier thing.
Okay. You are nice and toasty warm behind the brazier. Right, and that takes down to Colby.
Hello.
So Colby, you saw these things drop from the ceiling, take a bite out of George, and the other one is trying to swallow your friend Synth whole. What do you do? One's already gone down.
I'm just gonna point my crossbow at the remaining brick and let it fly.
Roll to hit.
Good thing I got +9 on to hit because that was 18. Or it will be now. So that is an 8 plus 4. That's max damage. 12 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it takes 12 points of piercing damage then. But it is still up and it is not bloodied.
Yep, I know. How much damage did our little guy over there take?
Who knows?
Who knows? Okay. Yeah. Wait. Is there something about something? No, it's not. Ah, crap. In your spiritual weapon, there's only a 1 minute duration. That's a bit weird.
It's 10 attacks.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with 10 attacks.
Yes, you can. Trust me. But Clippy, I love Clippy. I miss Clippy.
Well, nope, not gonna do anything. Moving on.
Okay. So, tact, not moving, no bonus actions. Right, Synth. This thing is trying to eat you whole, Synth. Eagle. Someone poke Eagle.
I'm here.
Right, so this Grick, this thing is trying to eat you whole. You can just hear it hissing at you as it snaps at you. What are you doing?
We've short rested, so yeah. That's
So your sword has run out of charge.
Yep. So I need to redo that. And that.
Okay, so if you want to do that, right, you grab the sword with your hand, rapier, and you just pull it down the blade down your hand as blood coats it, and the thing crackles with lightning and take 1d6 damage.
See what the damage is. 4. Ouch.
Right, so you drop down to 40 points. Right, but now you've got an extra d6 on every attack.
I know. That's why I did it.
Right.
I will mark that off too.
So what are you doing now? Talking to it?
Oh no, I'm going to strike it. Should do that. Even though, yeah. Why? So, yeah, I'm just going to hit it. It's tried to attack me. I'm not going to talk to it.
I don't know. I've seen barbarians, strap these things to their wrists and turn them into pets.
18 plus 6. That's a 24 to hit.
24 might just hit. Roll damage. Plus your D4.
D6.
Or D6, yes.
12 points.
It is officially bloodied, but it is still up. Hisses at you in annoyance.
Because I did the thingy, do I get my other attack, or did I use my first action?
That was a bonus action, so you used your main action to attack it twice. So you get your second attack now.
Woohoo! 17 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
9 plus the D6 again. That's 13 points this time round.
And again, you just stab it as lightning just shoots down your blade, and the thing just spasms for a second and drops to the floor dead, flopping around. And just look at it and you're like,
That's what you get! That's what you get! You don't mess with the synth!
right, and that thing drops to the floor dead. Yes, lots of creepy crawlies floating around this dungeon. So they came in through the door that's currently open. As you were spent the last hour here, they were attracted to the area. With that smell of blood, smell of viscera, they detected there might be food in here, something for them to eat. Who knows what else lurks in the cave?
I think we should move so that if things come in here, they're not going to attack us, they're going to go for the dead bodies.
Yeah, but once you might actually have a point.
Right, so you've got an open door to your west, and a barricaded door to your east.
So we're going back out the open door. Basically, that's the plan. So if anything wants to, come and have food, they've got the dead bodies to be going for, not us.
Okay, so maybe. I mean, the door is barricaded on the other side, so you may be running towards the things attracted to the dead bodies. Who knows? Who knows? Right. So if you're going out, what is the running order? Who's in the front? Who's in the back? Who's being stealthy? Who's being loud?
I'm going to be stealthy again. I'm probably the stealthiest.
You wonder for a second, is that potion in my pocket a potion of stealth?
I cast Cure Wounds on me before we leave.
Okay, roll healing.
Seven extra hit points.
Okay, so where are you? So that's going to take you up to 39, I believe. Right, who's in the front? So Synth said he wants to be in the front. Are you being... Okay. So
last.
Right, Colby, are you behind Lae'zel or next to Lae'zel?
I'm where I am. Right there.
Right, Lae'zel, you picked up a shield. You can't use a shield and your greatsword together, but you could use a shield and an axe together. You'd do less damage, but you'd have higher AC. So what do you want? More damage, more AC?
More AC.
Right, okay, so which weapon are you going to use? Your axe.
Yeah.
So instead of 2d6, using 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
So your max damage has dropped by 4. Oh, but gone up by 1 base. It's dropped by 3 in total. Okay, so your AC is now 18. If you want to go to your inventory, right, where hopefully you've added a shield, and you can click on equip, and your AC will change.
Actually, Lae'zel and Synth should just swap weapons, because Lae'zel has a short sword +1, and Synth has a long sword +1.
Yeah. So it's one of those interesting ones, because if Synth uses the longsword, he gets a d8, right, which is what his rapier gets, but his plus is 3, because that runs off his strength, whereas rapier runs off his dexterity, which is 5. But yes, Lae'zel would do more damage.
And if Synth takes the short sword +1, it would be better than his rapier.
I'll take you out, Mills.
Let's have a look.
That's what I don't get that, because that's why I go for the rapier, because it gives me the +5.
Well, the short sword does less damage, so it does 1d6, whether your rapier does 1d8. So the short sword does 25% less damage almost. But it's a +1, so that helps.
With you saying the longsword would give me, that's what I get confused with. This is what I'm saying, because obviously the longsword +1.
So the longsword, right? Instead of being, it's a one-handed weapon, but instead of being a short sword, which gives you a d6, it gives you a d8. But because it's heavier, it runs off your strength and not your dexterity. And because you're a dex-based character, that means you do less damage than Lae'zel, who's a strength-based character, which is what George is getting at. Then if Lae'zel had your longsword, she'd maybe do...
With the shields, it should be better.
No, the longsword does the same as Hugh, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, it's up to them. Their weapons are their own. But George, you can certainly suggest that in character and see if they want to do anything.
Yeah, I suggest that in character.
Roll persuasion.
What do we have to roll against that?
11.
You suggest it, but you're not particularly persuasive.
Well, I don't really.
Do you? I know. Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, you two? And I am not getting involved. It's a party thing.
I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with my rapier. So if she wants to try the longsword, because it might, be enough dex, I don't mind.
Well, if you give Lae'zel your longsword, she will give you her short sword +1. Which she is not using, and you're not using the longsword.
I mean, if she wants to try it, I'm whatever.
No. Go sit down.
Eagle, you've been told? No, sit down.
Not you're talking to the dog.
So, Lae'zel, are you swapping or are you happy with what you've got? I don't care what the decision is, just make one.
I'm happy with what I've got.
So, Lae'zel says no.
Okay.
Right, so I imagine that's something along the lines of, "What, Lae'zel? George thinks it might be a good idea if we swap. What do you think?" Lae'zel's just, no. The longsword is mine, or the short sword is mine. Get away, you filthy goblin. She kicks you.
Do not kick him.
Everyone kicks the goblin. Right, okay, so, Synth, you want to explore. Are you going ahead of the group, or is the group following you?
Following at a distance, I'm going to try and be stealthy. Let me roll stealth.
So you're going to be 15 feet ahead of them.
And with a nat 1, that is crit fail, by the way. Not happening.
You still do what you do, you're just not doing it very well. Right, so you're kind of singing as you do this. Right, I don't know if anyone knows this one. So you're kind of walking along, trying to be stealthy, going, right,
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
you're kind of singing to yourself. Like,
I am hiding. I am hiding. No one can see me because I'm hiding.
not being stealthy at all. Right, okay, so I imagine you're going roughly to the top there.
Yep.
And let's just move some people vaguely behind you. Right, so let's see what you can see. Where's polygon reveal? There you go.
I hope Phandelver was trying to dock a ship in SC again.
Right, so you can kind of see that the corridors continue to the east and the west. The corridor to the east seems to go downhill. But without sticking your head out further, you don't really know where it's going.
Okay, I will.
We were going clockwise, so
Yep, we'll carry on going clockwise then. So I'll go up and right. So we'll go there.
Right. As soon as you step around the corner, you hear the crack of thunder. Right. Seems to be louder than ever as it just fills the cave, almost deafening you. This thunderous roar fades into the distance. Right, so first of all, you've gone downstairs, so you'll see till about there, the corridor the other way. And here, let's see, from there you'd see about that. So, let's see if we've got a description of what you can see.
A big green.
Yeah, as you look out into there, you can see that a wide rift seems to fill the eastern half of this cavern. Again, you can't see how far north, how far south it goes. As steam pours out of a... No, you can't see that. And you can't see that. And... Yeah. No, you can just see the cavern. At this point, you can see that there's a ravine, and this looks like a cave area. Without sticking your head in more, you can't see.
Okay, so I will go there.
Right. Where's everyone else where all this is happening? He's run around a corner. Are you following him?
I'm following him.
yeah, I follow, but stay as last person.
Yeah. So he's just walking there, right? And he's doing his thing, you know.
I am hiding. No one can see me because I'm a goblin.
And he's just...
And I'm gonna re-roll that style.
And you just step out into the area there. Let's do some polygon revealing.
Go.
Okay, right. What can we see here? It's about there. There. Right. Got to do a little bit more here. Okay, so you see a wide rift fills the eastern half of this cavern. Steam pours out of the western wall. Oh, not steam. A stream. Sorry, that makes more sense. A stream pours out of the western wall. You feel like this stream is maybe connected to the pool that you saw in the room to the east. Right, and it tumbles down into the rift and flows out again to the north. Several ropes are secured to iron stakes along the western edge of the rift. So, let me just mark some of those off. So we've got a stake there, stake there, stake there. Right, and they lead down on, they've got ropes attached to them, and they lead down onto the cavern floor. Yeah. Okay, so you can kind of see what you see at the moment.
Okay.
I am hiding. I am a goblin.
Okay. There seems to be a gap. I'm guessing I can only just about see that. Yeah. I'm guessing this room is fairly lit to see what I see, right?
You have dark vision.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you can see what look like several exits in and out of this this room, this cavern. Again, it doesn't look like you can get to them without going down into the crevasse there and heading back up the other side.
But it was more of a case of
What's your passive perception?
my passive, give me a moment. Passive perception is 13.
No, you just see what you see.
I look at the ceiling for more Griggs.
Roll perception.
I'm going to re-roll that stealth. For a
25.
start.
25. You see 25 Gricks? No, you don't see anything. But since you guys have run up to the corridor, from where you are, you can see that the other end of the corridor appears to end in a collapsed cavern.
Do I see the junction before the collapse?
Yeah, you kind of see what looks like it might be a junction. Eagle, what are you doing?
So I'm going to let them know. I'm going to re-roll stealth.
Okay, so firstly, why are you re-rolling stealth? Give me a reason. What are you doing that makes your character think he needs to re-roll his stealth? Is he exploring the crevasse? Is he running to the north? Is he doing something that he thinks he needs to be extra stealthy to do?
I think he wants to explore something, but I'm worried about the crossing the river bit. So, but yeah, I think I definitely want to investigate, but I definitely need to re-roll that stealth.
Okay, so where are you investigating that makes you think you need to be extra quiet?
I want to go towards the water without going into the water. Maybe somewhere near where the ropes are. But
So you want to go to the water's edge where it's crashing down into the crevasse?
somewhere. Let me ping it. So I'd say maybe that square there. I'll just move there.
Okay, so re-roll stealth.
Stealth. Please be better. That's better. 19.
Right, so you start walking towards the river, start edging towards the edge of the crevasse, and you need to be really stealthy. So you start being quieter and start whispering, "I am hiding because I am a goblin. I am stealthy. I am a goblin." Just be very quiet. The words are almost being lost by the sound of the river. And as you edge to the gap there, what you see, what have we got here? You see, just do this. You see what looks like 3 bugbears on the bottom of the crevasse floor, clearing rocks away.
Do they see me?
Actually, this one is up here. Right. Well, one is standing guard, so he's standing watch. So he's going to insight that stealth. No, he doesn't see you creep up there. You're a tiny creature, hard to see. So there are 2 clearing away rubble at the bottom of the cavern there, and one standing guard to that passageway to the north. What is everyone else doing as Eagle's moved out of sight?
Go the other direction.
You also notice that his singing appears to have stopped as well.
That's because he couldn't sing.
I'm watching the corridor below and to the left of us to make sure we do not get attacked from behind again.
Okay. So you're standing in the corridor. Colby, lays out.
I am investigating the other end of the corridor.
And I'm going to go with him.
Okay, so everyone leaves the goblin to his fate. They run off to the other end of the corridor.
And I'm going to come back once it's my turn.
Maybe, but we will see whether that happens or not.
Yep.
The pair of you see 2 double doors. You have a look. Where is that?
There's 3 bloody doors.
Yeah, there's doors everywhere. Let me just have a look and see if I can find a description of those doors. Are they locked? Are they not? Okay. Right. Yeah, anyway, you see double doors there. Your friend is off in a cavern doing other things, and George is skulking.
Can I like sneakily signal to Sint that he has to come back?
Okay, so firstly, roll stealth for whatever you're doing.
26.
And tell me, what are you doing to try and get his attention?
I'm just waving and like, come back.
Perception, Synth.
Perception. $11.
You don't really notice George doing much of anything. Your focus is on the bugbears at the bottom and what they're doing. You're convinced that if they're clearing rocks, there must be treasure under those rocks. You're waiting to see what they find.
Well, after seeing them and going for a battle, I would want to stealth away and go tell the group that I see some more bugbears. At least, so I would want to go back that direction, find out why they're not behind me.
Second, where am I here?
Because we have people in tents.
So I'll do it in like when we're in the turn order, so I only have 30 feet. A minute.
Are we in turn order?
Well, we're not, but I'm gonna wreck on it.
Sounds like something a DM might say.
So yeah, I will get back there at least, back to the bottom of the stairs. Just. So yeah, I'll sneak back, sneak away from the back to the bottom of the stairs. So there.
Okay. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you can see George making an emphatic come back sort of motions to you. What do you do?
So I will go up to George, see what's going. I'll go back there, see what's going on. Tell George that I see bats down, bugbears down there. We're maybe into another battle. And find out why they've got. See if he has any idea why the other two have wandered off. There we go. End my turn.
Yeah, I would just say Sint to go to the rest, and since he says that we have more bugbears, I will chuck a potion of healing for myself because I know that we are gonna be in combat again pretty soon.
Whatever makes you think that? I mean, is it just that there's combat everywhere?
Yes.
Sint told me he saw bugbears, so.
Yeah.
And I'm not very damaged or very low on health, but I can use an extra bit of health always.
I'm hurt, but I'm not that bad. I'm slightly injured. I've got a few scars, let's say, but I'm not low yet.
I prefer to drink these potions while out of combat. So.
I don't even know if I have any potions of healing, at least. I know I have a potion of question mark, but that potion of question mark could be a potion of death, for all I know.
Well, you got the description that it kind of glows and, it looks like it was almost beating like a heartbeat.
Yeah, so exactly. So it could be a potion of death.
Could be. A glowing red, heart-beating potion of death.
Yes.
Try it and see.
So I rolled a 2d4 plus 2, so I have 10 hit points extra for a potion of healing.
Okay.
I rolled max on the dice, which is nice.
Are you gonna drink your potion, Eags, or are you gonna leave it?
Okay.
I do have a potion of healing.
In the meantime, I just pushed Synth towards the rest of the party.
Right, so move your characters where they're going to be moving.
You said you're going to push me towards the rest of the.
Well, not like in a bad way. Just moving you along towards the rest.
Okay, so can't be like that then.
Yeah, but we're moving to the rest of the party.
I'm guessing you kind of got hold of me, even though I'm very, very small.
Yes, because
come along, you.
I'm taking you along like a parent takes a small child with him.
Yes. Come along, little goblin. Come along.
Oi, I ain't your child! Yeah, get off me! Get off me!
Right, what's the group you doing? Anyway, you got these double doors there. You got a bugbear guarding an entrance to the in the other cave, which I'm assuming our little goblin has told people.
Yeah, so obviously, once we get to the group, and I tell the group that I see more bugbears. They're down at the bottom of like a cavern, so to speak. They are moving rocks. Whether they've buried something under those rocks, whether they've, they're just playing with dirt. I don't know. Yeah, I told them what I've seen, at least. And it's
right. We're going through this door then.
Well, you can always go and see if it's actually locked first.
I mean, I'm the stealthiest, so I could go around and see if it's, check the door for traps, maybe.
Go right ahead.
Excuse me.
Okay, so
Right.
we will do that. We will go there and check the door for traps.
Right. So we got to move you closer. So just in clicking range. What's everyone else doing as as he sets off the traps?
I stay behind the corner.
Lazel, Colby.
I'm staying here.
I'm staying here, keeping a distance. Probably gonna pick up the crossbow and have one in standby mode.
Well, you're holding an action.
That's the word, yeah.
Right. What action are you holding, and what are the conditions for you doing it?
Well, if I see something evil looking and looking like it's gonna attack one of my buddies, I will fire at them.
Okay.
I will do the same thing. Also, hold an action.
Lazel,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna hold an action as well.
What action are you holding?
I have my crossbow ready.
And what condition will you fire it on?
If
you see anything, if anything attacks you, I mean, what specifically will trigger you to fire it? If Bambi was in that room looking cute, would you fire it because something was in there?
Well, I feel
Sorry?
threatened. If it's
You feel
threatened, well, I feel threatened.
So it doesn't have to attack you, you just have to feel threatened by it.
Yep.
Okay, so If Bambi was there, you might not feel threatened.
No.
Okay. Right, so Synth, what are you trying to do?
Instead.
God. Please tell me there's not a deer behind the door.
So what are you doing at the door there, Synth? Are you listening to voices? Are you trying to open it? Are you kicking it in? What are you doing?
We're gonna listen for anything behind the door first.
Okay. No one's giving him guidance or anything like that?
Oh, that's a thing I can do.
You always forget you have...
Yep.
Guidance is an amazing spell.
I will move up behind him, put my hoof on his shoulder and go like, guidance!
Yeah, just step on him. Guidance.
Step on him!
Right, okay, so what are you trying to do? You're trying to listen for voices, aren't you? So roll me some perception. So you got your ear up against the door.
Perception. That's a 15 without guidance, and guidance
Plus
is
a D4.
D4.
4. That's a 4. So that's 19.
Right. So just 1 second. Just trying to see whether you've got any extra skills that let you hear. Okay, so with a 19, you hear what sounds like people talking in the room. You hear a female voice, kind of saying something along the lines of, right, "Have the guards from the south checked in? I've received intel that those interlopers have found the cave. Cannot do with interruptions, not before we find the Spellforge." Two gruffer voices kind of chip in. "No, Mom. We haven't heard anything. No interlopers, no nothing. They're here, don't you worry. We'll sort them out good and proper." So, you hear what you hear, Eagle.
Okay. I will tell the group that. And think that the bugbears that I have seen are trying to would put two and two together, maybe equal 5, but put two and two together, and the bugbears that I have seen in that cavern are trying to search for the same thing we are, and maybe suggest that we don't need to go into this room and go kill the bugbears instead. What say the group?
Maybe.
Or let the bugbears dig it out at first, then kill them.
Or use element of surprise, kick in the door and go like, "You're dead."
Yeah, I'm pro kill them first.
I need a soundbite of someone just kicking in a door and going, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Oh.
Yeah, not happening. What happened the last time we kicked in the bloody door?
I mean, we survived, just barely, but we survived.
Yeah, just barely.
So what do you want? What do you want me to try and open the door stealthily, or are we just gonna YOLO this and go
surprise, motherfucker?
That.
Well, let's see if the door's even unlocked.
It's entirely up to you. Whatever you want to do, you can try. You can set things up. You've got ball bearings. You've got charm person potions. I mean, what do you even have in your backpacks, guys, that you've forgotten about?
A lot of stuff.
You got playing cards. You've got Scroll of Augury, right? Have you even looked at what that does?
Who's got that?
A spell scroll. Blah, 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 blah. I'm I'm going to get Augury up just to give you an example of the things you could be doing. Here we go. By casting this spell, you roll Dragon Bones. You roll Dragon Bones and you ask the gods, the DM, about a specific course of action and that you're going to take within the next 30 minutes. And the DM chooses one of the 3 possible answers: good results, bad results, good and bad results, or the spell kind of fails and nothing happens. That's a thing you can do. Lae'zel could charm people. She could charm bugbears.
There's
George
only
could
one.
go swimming.
I know it says thingy at will, but I'm sure there's only one charge, and I didn't want to.
Yes, the spell scroll will be spent. George is a scroll of silence. Always good. Really fucks over magic casters and great for stealth. Colby has an alchemy jug.
So do I.
He also has a wand of detect magic. A filer of love, if he wants to charm people. You've got all these things you could be using. You've got Morg's Magnificent Mead. What does that one do?
Eat a drink.
Right, I actually got to find that on the PDF. Right, Magnificent Mead.
It was one of the
there it
things
is.
that we got from the.
Rank that, you can choose one effect, increase your intelligence by 4, recall one spell used today. That feels good for a caster. Or be able to use a suggestion spell. These are all pre-planning you could do.
I don't think we do pre-plan. That's the problem.
No, I don't think you do.
This selection of group are just, let's go for it, guys. Okay, this is how it's gonna be.
I just shoot stuff.
Like Tyrion, I drink and I shoot things. Right, anyway, guys, make a decision. You have an hour until the end of the session. What are you doing?
I'm going to kill the other bugbears first. We don't know how many's in the room.
Maybe you could charm one. Maybe you could suggest they tell you. Who knows? Maybe you could capture one and torture him and change your alignment until he tells you what's going on.
See, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so door back to the stream cavern thing and shoot bugbears.
Right, so you know 2 are down, clearing rubble at the bottom of the crevasse. And you can't see them from the top of the crevasse. Supposedly they can't see you from the bottom. One is standing guard to the north. So if you're going, I'll just move you guys vaguely back in that direction. Vaguely. So if you were back over there, what would you be doing?
Since we can't see them from here, we'll just have to move closer.
Yes, and roll initiative. And I don't know what the bugbear to the north would do. Maybe he'd attack you, maybe he'd run away. What are you going to be doing?
We could stealthily take up positions to the south where we can see down on the bugbear and take them out first, and probably go north and take the road to the left. I mean, it's an optional possibility.
Come on, guys. What are you doing?
Yeah, so obviously I would think that where the bugbear at the north is could be the exit from that door.
Yeah,
So-
we're killing these bugbears first.
They could
Okay.
be connected. Who knows? Could be a storeroom. Could be an entrance to the cave.
Ouch.
I rolled a 6, so I'm waiting for the rest. But we're killing these bugbears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably want to roll stealth and try and sneak closer so we can be around here somewhere.
Okay, well, we're keeping these initiative rolls. So none of you were rolling stealth. You're just going to step out and just wail on that guy and hope to kill him before anything happens.
I'm rolling stealth and trying to do it quiet. But yeah, mine was a 16 with stealth.
Well, tell me what you're doing as a group before you start rolling stuff. Otherwise, your stealth is meaningless if everyone starts attacking.
Mine was meaningless anyways.
Do we get a surprise round if we try to surprise these?
You tell me what you want to do, and then I tell you the results of your actions. Once you've made a decision.
I would try to surprise these. Well, at least the bugbear on top, because the rest probably doesn't see us yet. If they're in a canyon style thing.
So you're going to attempt to surprise the bugbear to the north. So you're going to attempt to stealth your way in and attack him before he sees you.
Well, I only have to go until this corner here, so... Well.
Yeah, but you still have to stealth, otherwise it runs through initiative.
Okay, I'll try to stealth towards that corner and try to attack him with stealth.
Okay, so Synth is trying to attack with stealth. You're trying to attack with stealth.
I'm not very stealthy today.
Right, so I'm just going to put you two here for a second. Right, Lazel, are you trying to follow them, or are you leaving them to it?
I want to follow them.
So you're going straight after them. Are you being stealthy or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll stealth with disadvantage. And Colby, I already saw you roll. What did you get?
Crap.
14.
Roll again.
10.
10. Okay, so we've got 2 crap rolls and 2 good rolls. So, my concept of what's happening is you're all running out to attack the bugbear to the north, right? 2 people are vaguely stealthed, and 2 people are not. I'm going to roll, because he's guarding, right? He doesn't use his passive, he's actively looking. Right, so that's what he got. Okay, roll initiative, guys. And we'll see what happens.
Nice.
20. That.
Synth, what did you get? You already rolled, didn't you? 4.
I got 20.
You already rolled. You're rolling initiative a second time. Remember, you rolled initiative and then you rolled stealth. So you rolled a 4. George rolled a 6. Lazel rolled a 4, apparently. And then you retconned your plan. So let's put 4.
I just rolled an initiative. It says 20. You just asked me to roll it, which I just done.
Yeah, we're going off the first ones that you guys rolled. Okay, so...
I'm at 20.
Yeah, you can't just keep rolling. Roll your initiative once, that's what you get. Okay, so... You basically all run out at the same time, and Colby, with his initiative, runs out first. Right, so where are you running to, Colby? With your 10 stealth and your 40 feet of movement.
Well, I'm good where I am. I'll just shoot a crossbow up at the north guy. Yep. Well, that's a good one. 24 to hit.
24 is going to hit.
No, really? And do 8 damage. So at least I got his attention.
Okay, so...
I'm being proactive. I'm doing stuff.
Okay. Which then takes us to the bugbear's turn. The bugbear, having seen you run out and take in an arrow, screams out, "Intruders!" And he runs somewhere. George. Like a shadow, you creep out. What are you doing? You're here. You went there. You were going to be very stealthy. You're just about to come out, and then clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop. Colby runs out in front of you, fires an arrow, finds purchase. A man shouts, "Intruders!" You start moving out and see nothing. There's no one to the north. You know there's meant to be ones to the south. Sorry, down at the bottom of the crevasse. You can't see anyone at the moment. Eagle, can you get Mrs. Eagle off stream before she gets us banned?
So if I don't see the one to the north, I will move towards the ravine, and I will start shooting at the ones that are on the bottom.
You were there. Yep, so choose where you want to stand. Okay, so you're at the top of some pitons, which are stuck in the rock, and they have ropes going down to the bottom of this ravine. Let's just have a quick look and see how deep that ravine is. 20 feet. So it would take them a turn and a half to climb up, basically, or their entire turn if that's all they're doing. So you were stealthed when you got there. They can't see you yet.
I will shoot at the one closest to me with my hand's crossbow.
Okay, roll to hit.
23 to hit.
23 is definitely going to hit.
5 points of damage.
Right, 5 points of damage. So you hit the first one, okay, and the bugbear calls out, right, "Oh, intruders! After the treasure!" Right, and he drops the rock that he's got, and he starts to pull out whatever weapon he's going to try and attack with next. But he takes that damage. Is that 5 points?
Yeah, 5 at the moment.
Yep. So he's taken a little tickle of damage.
Yeah, second attack, the same thing.
Right, roll to hit.
Hit misses, I guess. Critical fail.
Jam. Luckily for you, you've got a second crossbow.
Yeah. I move back.
No bonus actions?
Can I use my bonus action to attack with my second hand crossbow?
Yes, of course you can.
Then I will do that. So with my second hand crossbow, good thing I have 2 then. A little bit better, 26 to hit.
Definitely going to hit.
Which does 8 plus a 1d8. Uh, 13 points of damage.
Right, that first bugbear is looking bloodied. Now, you moved 30 feet to get there. Do you have any movement left?
No, then I don't have any movement left.
Right, okay. But you're at the top of the cliff. You've effectively got half cover from people firing up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. They hadn't taken their turn. You surprised them. We're going to say, because they're higher in initiative order, they're going to go before Lae'zel. So they're both going to take a punch at you with a javelin. Right. You can add 2 to your AC. The first one, that's definitely a miss. Second one, what even was that? Now that's definitely a miss as well, but not quite a crit failure. So they throw their javelins towards you. Both just miss. Right, they're not good enough. And they start climbing up the ropes. Because they use their action, they can't dash. So they get halfway up the ropes in their turn. From the other one, don't know what's happened to him. Lae'zel.
Okay.
So you can see that, you know, you were there, you were just waiting, right? You're about to run out, and clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop. Right? Colby's just run out, fired a bow. Your other friends run out, looked around, run to the cliff, and you can see him firing shot after shot down. You can hear a scream from the bugbears. Oh, they're after the treasure! Right. What do you do?
I'm going to run to... bloody name. I'm going to run to his side.
Let's check your movements. You can get there.
Sorry.
You're one short. So I will say that you can... you could attack the bugbear, but they'd have half cover because you're not quite at the edge. They're also climbing up the ropes, and the pitons are right in front of you. That is always an option if you want to cut the rope, as it were. Or attempt to. You'd still have to roll to hit.
Yes, please. I'd like to try to do that.
Okay. The rope is effectively prone, so we'll give you an advantage to hit on that.
Uh-huh.
So roll to hit the rope.
18.
18 is gonna hit, and I actually just need to look this up because rope has health points.
Oh my god.
I know.
That.
Okay. Well, roll damage, and I'll tell you whether or not that's done it. Sources
Damage on what?
on the rope.
No, I know it meant on the rope. Using the D20 again.
Well, what are you attacking it with? You're holding a shield, so it's not your greatsword.
I'm on Hugh.
Right. Hugh gets max damage against plants. What are ropes made of?
Not plants, obviously.
They're made. Well, yeah, they're made of hemp.
Kind of.
So it's in olden days they're made of plant material. So yeah, that automatically gets max damage, which is how much?
I've got two amounts on there. I've got 1d8 plus 5 or 1d10 plus 5.
D10 is if you're holding two hands, which you're not.
Oh, okay. So one hand. 1d8 plus 5.
Right, so that's going to be 13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, can I just find rope? Rope. Yeah, well, let's just say that's going to cut the first rope. Right, are you attacking the second rope?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to hit.
26.
It's definitely going to hit. And again, max damage. The first bugbear falls and takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Right, so he takes 3 points of damage, and the other one with the fall takes 3 points of damage as well. So one of them is definitely looking bloodied, and the other one, he's still okay, but he's not doing well. So they're both at the bottom of the cavern. There's only one rope piton left there. Right, so you can just hear these thunk, and groaning from the bottom of the cavern. Oh, my back! What are you doing? Okay, so that's your action. You've still got action surge, but you would be attacking... Actually, they're prone now, so you'd be attacking straight, 'cause it's advantage and disadvantage. If you action surge, or you can save it.
Let's save it.
Okay, you've moved. Action, you're not using your bonus action. Synth.
Okay, so yeah, that's see what movement I have left at least.
So you're stealthy, so you're singing your stealth song.
I am a goblin, therefore I'm sneaky.
And get how much time? Yeah, so we'll go there.
Yep. Okay, you can see one goblin who looks bloodied, and he's prone on the floor, having just fallen down off the cliff. He's holding a rope that appears to be cut. And again, there's another goblin. Doesn't look bloody. Not goblin. Bugbear. Doesn't look bloodied. And he's on his back, and he's just starting to try and get up.
There's nothing there is one thing I can do, but I'm not holding it, so yeah, unless they manage to get up where they're actually what I can do is I will take one of the bags of ball bearings and open that up and drop it down the thingy, so I only have now 1,000 of those.
Right, okay. So you hear the clattering sound of 1,000 ball bearings all fall down this cliff. It sounds like a pachinko parlor. Ting, 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 ting. As these guys are just covered in ball bearings, which will obviously make it quite tricky for them now to stand up. Okay, so they're now covered in ball bearings. You've moved. That's your action. I don't think you've got much in the way of bonus actions.
No, not really.
Colby. Very pleased with yourself. You've hit the guy to the north, who's immediately run away.
That figures. Well, I shall take a pot shot at the guy to the north down there, which I can see from that angle.
The one who looks bloodied.
Yep. I want to kill.
Yes. Bloodlust overcomes you, Colby, as you sense the killer's near.
And that's definitely gonna hit 26.
Okay, damage.
Full damage, 12.
12. Yeah. The guy's on the floor, covered in ball bearings, and he's just trying to get up when thunk, an arrow cracks him in the eye, and he just, again, falls limp. The other guy there, he's like, "Oh gosh, they're gonna get treasure!" And he's trying to get up. Desperate to get up before he gets an arrow to the face. George.
He will get an arrow to the face.
With advantage now, he's prone.
Okay, with advantage, hand crossbow to, well, the one closest to me, I guess. If I have advantage, I will take the -5 thing.
Okay, yeah, you got advantage. So, roll 2 hits.
15 -5, 10 does not hit, I guess.
10 is not going to hit a bugbear. They're wearing hide armor, and believe it, he's hiding behind a shield as your arrow just tunks into that.
Second attack, still with advantage?
Yes, so long as he's prone, it's with advantage.
Okay, then I will also try with the -5.
Actually, I'm just going to look at this, because I'm sure prone is actually not with advantage, but because you're above him, let me look at this. Conditions.
Normally ranged to a prone is with disadvantage, but
Yes.
yeah.
But you're doing this from above, so he's flat. He's not on the ground flat and you've got a low profile. You're above, so you've got the full target.
So yeah, if I have advantage with the -5, then...
Well, I've said it now, so yeah.
Uh, 26 -5, 21 to hit.
That's going to hit.
So that would be the normal damage plus 10 plus the 1d8. $24 damage in total.
Oh my god, he's got 24 hit points. How do you want to do this?
Just
The bugbear is there, almost at full health, covered in ball bearings. What happens, George?
arrow between his eyes.
And he just, it just in between his eyes, and as he slowly dies, he just says, "Put the treasure." And yeah, with that, the 2 bugbears there are dead. The other one has run off to the north. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. What are you guys doing?
Oh, they're both dead.
Yeah, if
And they
they're
have
both
stopped
dead,
excavating the rocks at the bottom of the cavern, clearly.
They said something about some treasure. We go and see if we can find that.
I didn't hear anything about treasure. Yeah, they said something about treasure.
yeah, since it's still my turn, I will use my movement to go down to with the last remaining rope to look for treasure.
Okay. You go down to the bottom of the cliff. Give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Dex save.
Let me just double check that.
Natural
Yes.
20 plus 7. 27.
Where's it? That's Dex 10, sorry. But yeah, you succeed that.
Well, that must be a quick win then.
It is a
Yes,
crit.
yes, yeah.
For those paying attention.
Okay. There's heavy rubble at the bottom of the crevasse, but you can see what looks like a half-excavated skeleton. What do you want to do? It looks like a skeleton of a dwarf.
Yeah, look at the rest of the dwarf. See if I can excavate it some more, or
Give me a strength check. Can you get the last rocks off of him?
straight strength.
Straight strength. It's not a saving throw, just straight strength.
19.
Right. With the knowledge that there may be treasure on there, you find hidden reserves as your desire for wealth and power overcomes you and you pull off the last couple of heavy rocks. What you see is the skeleton of a dwarf. He's been here for roughly 500 years, and over that time, the leather and the cloth that he has been wearing has rotted away almost to nothing. But as we all know, magical items do not deteriorate, they're almost indestructible. And looking almost perfectly new, you see that he is wearing two magical-looking gauntlets. Let's have a look and see whether they've got a picture. Find this. Tab. Okay, copy image. Okay, so there's a picture on Roll20, and I'll put this in Sarge's room as well for your benefits. So you see two metallic-looking. What are these even classed as? Let me have a look. Do they class as armor? No. You see two gauntlets, looking particularly shiny, particularly magical.
Would I know what they are?
You can certainly try, says the DM. This is why a wizard with identifiers is very, very helpful. You can Arcana check them if you'd like.
I will try that. I do not know what they are.
They are magical gauntlets of some kind. There's only two ways to try this: to put them on or to ask someone else.
I will climb. Can I climb back up towards the rest of the group?
We're gonna play it a bit fast and loose and say you're vaguely out of combat right now, but that combat may restart at any moment.
So I go back to the group and I say, I found these. I think they are the thing that they were talking about treasure. Does anyone know what they are? Do anyone want to try them?
Right. Guys? Do you know what these gauntlets are?
No, but I will try and my Arcana is not very good, so yeah, I could try, but I don't know if it will be worth it.
Can we just put them onto the goblin?
Never onto yourself, onto the goblin.
See what happens.
I mean, if you want, I'll put them back. I'll quite gladly try them on if you want.
Right, so
if nobody knows, we're we'll
Well,
put them
no
up to the
no
goblin.
one's checked to see whether they know yet.
I
That's
will
true.
roll Arcana on them, see if I can figure out what the hell they are. Not with an 8.
Right. Does anyone else want to see if they know what these mysterious-looking magical gauntlets are?
I'm
Yeah.
going to try just because I know it's not going to be very good. Ooh, 18.
Lazel,
Yep. And a roll of Arcana as well.
if you want to.
Yeah. 8 wasn't worth it.
Yeah, so you don't really know what they are, George. They look valuable. And Colby as well, he's just scratching his head with his hoof. You know, what do these do? And Lazel, she's not really interested, you know, gauntlets. But Synth there, you almost see him start drooling. Right, he's like,
Oh, God! They can't be, can they? Oh, George, give them to us! Give them to us! Come on! I'll be your best friend! Come on!
I need to tell them what they do.
That's a red flag right there.
Well, the plan was to see if anyone knows what they do, or else just put them onto the goblin. So I'll just...
you get the impression that he knows what they are.
I ask him what... Hey, Sin, do you know what these are? You can tell us.
Synth, right? I'm going to link something for you, and you decide whether you want to tell him what they are or whether you want to do something else.
Okay. I'm happy with that decision.
There we go. So I've linked that to you. So you open that on Discord. It has come up, right? You can see it.
Yep, it has.
No, don't say it out loud, right? Read it in your head.
I have.
Do you want to tell him, or do you want the gauntlets?
I want the gauntlets. I'm just going to offer...
You can see he's very, very excited for the gauntlets. He wants the gauntlets. You're asking him what do they do, and he's still saying,
No, don't worry what they do. Just give us an ear. Yeah. Just now.
For me. Quite happily.
I will look to Colby and Lazel and see, should I just give them to them, or we were gonna put them onto him anyway, so...
you can always put them on yourself.
Well, I feel a little bit bad about the wand of magic missiles that I already took, so I don't want to keep
Okay.
everything for myself.
Which you haven't used yet. Instant hits.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, okay. So I think you're giving him the gauntlets,
Yes, I will give him the gauntlets.
and Eagle immediately, greedily puts these 2 gauntlets on. Right, they do require attunement, but because, reasons, we're just going to say they attune straight away. Immediately, this little goblin, right, with his gauntlets of ogre power, right, his strength score becomes 19 while he's wearing these gauntlets. He's now stronger than Lazel. Right, so if you put those on, I believe, your longsword now becomes more powerful than your rapier. Because you get, what's that, a +6 to it. You'll be surprised. You're now extremely good at grappling, extremely good at punching, great at athletics, great at, so many different things. Yeah.
So they are... So now I know what they are. Let me add them into my...
Inventory.
Inventory.
So they are a wondrous item and uncommon. Because his strength is +0, they are a massive bonus to his character. They actually, because his dexterity is +3, he gets a +4 from his gauntlets. So now you get this rare exception that his dexterity weapons, right, when you'd usually have a rapier and you'd usually be fencing really elegantly with it, it's now actually more effective for him just to hit people really hard.
Alright, so I now have them on, so I'm going to click them so I have them.
Have you equipped them?
I have indeed.
Right, so at the bottom of your inventory, where it says items requiring attunement, can you click on that?
Yep.
Okay, it's clicked.
No.
Yep.
Wait.
Everything's updated to me.
You now have your longsword, which I'm assuming you're using now, has a +8 to hit. That's up from your +5 you were using. And now instead of doing +5 damage, it does +7 damage. So yeah, that's definitely a.
The rapier. So we'll have to talk about this off, away from thingy. But rapier still does.
Yeah, so your rapier was a D8 +5, and that went off your dexterity.
Yep.
Now you can use all your dex weapons as strength weapons, which means instead of being skillful, you just hit people really hard.
Okay.
So their damage increases. But your longsword, because it's a +1 longsword, is now your most powerful weapon.
Yep. Okay.
It wasn't before because it needed you to have strength, which you now have.
Yep.
Okay, your athletics is now +7. So you're great at grappling, even though you're tiny. Great at doing flips and lifting heavy things. Yeah. And now when you punch someone, you do 5 points of damage.
I think Synth is the best character we could have given this to, because I only use dex weapons anyway.
Yeah.
Lae'zel already had 18. Colby is a magic user.
He is, and his strength is quite high anyway at 15. There you go. So that is actually a really good find for you, Synth. You've now had a serious upgrade to your character.
Yeah.
You're there, so you've got the gauntlets on. You're like,
Arkin feels the power!
Oh, I definitely can.
you just see him. He just picks up a boulder like twice his size.
Yeah!
And he just throw it into the river. So you've now got a very small, tiny ball of strength and muscle. Your jump distance, by the way, that's another thing. Synth, you used to be able to jump 10 feet. You can now jump 19. So you can jump like 10 foot in the air now. So you can jump higher than you are. So lots and lots of benefits there. Right, guys, what are you doing?
I think that's a perfect place to stop. We have got rolls. You have got to go at 3, right?
More or less, yes.
So maybe this is a good place to potentially pause. You've got rolls to make. If you've got to leave dead on 3, and we schedule in. I'm just thinking the time with you, Todd. If you have to leave dead on 3 o'clock, we've got rolls.
No, I can probably go a little past 3, but it's up to you. Whatever you guys want. You got at least half an hour, 45 minutes.
That's okay. So
You can still follow the other bugbear towards whatever you want, but I don't know what we're gonna find there.
I mean, I can jump across there now, so that would be interesting.
You can jump across the stream, definitely.
Oh, don't cross this. Oh, you mean jump across? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't cross the streams.
I think I can jump that as well.
I'm pretty sure I can. Let's find out.
If I can jump 3 times the normal distance, and jumping is just your strength, I guess. I can jump 30 feet.
Now I'm strong. Could I potentially grab Josh Gay's character and jump him across with me?
You could definitely toss a dwarf. You could throw him across. The stream is only 5 foot across. Anyone with a strength over 5 can jump across it.
I can jump that as well. That's no issue.
So I'm going to suggest that I'm going to go over and have a look, see if I can see where that potential way goes. At least I'm not going to go down there, but
Well, just give me, for the sake of it, an athletics check to jump over it.
Athletics.
It's got a DC of 2.
Oh, that's an 18.
Yeah, fine. So yeah,
I will also go at least until the corner.
Yeah. So what was that? So let's do this. Right at the corner, right, just so I can see what's going on that direction.
right, as you get there, you are shocked to discover, get this up, absolutely shocked to discover that the corridor turns down to the south and you can't see anything.
We see a small patch of a bugbear.
That's me moving bugbears around. Don't worry, there's an area to the north of the map which is just stacked with monsters and things.
Right. Do we follow this path or do we call it a day?
I think we I don't really want to split the party, but we've been going not like clockwise. So the question is, do we want to carry on going clockwise? And if that's the case, are we going for that one or that one?
Well, if we're doing clockwise, we should clear this small corner of the map first.
Yeah, clear the left corner of the map first. Is my opinion, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely. Maybe we get the other two over here and we clear this left room, whatever may be in here. If we're gonna go clockwise, let's go in together.
Okay, so are you stopping it there and starting that in the next session? Or are you wanting to spend your last half hour seeing what is there?
We're going to spend the last half hour see what's in this room, or wherever this may lead. At least, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We'll I'll go to the top of the stairs. Let's see there. I'm on the top step, so just there, but behind cover.
Right. So first of all, what is the order for all of this? We know a bugbear has ran in that direction. So I need you to tell me who's doing what.
I'm going to be stealthy, knowing that the bugbear. I will lead. Ooh, that's an 11. That might not be good enough.
I will also be stealthy, but.
And where are you in the order?
I'm following Sin now.
Just behind him, next to him, in front of him?
Just behind him. I'm a bit more stealthy with a 26.
I'm 11, so I'm singing off to my hand.
There you go. You have a ninja icon on you now. Right, Colby and Lazelle, what are you doing?
I'll go next. I'm not
Okay.
bringing
That
up
means
more.
I'm bringing up the rear.
Are you stealthing or are you just walking plainly?
Try stealth.
Try stealth. So,
Stealth. Oh, right.
You can try.
That's a. 13.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, 13 with disadvantage.
15 with disadvantage.
That's just a 15. You need to roll a second time for the disadvantage.
14. Oh, same. 15.
Okay, so we've got a 15, a 14, an invisible, and a 10 from a goblin, who's meant to be the stealthy one.
11 from me, actually.
11. Right, okay. So, a goblin there says,
What, guys? I got this. I am a goblin. I am a goblin. No one can see me. I am a goblin.
right, what are you doing, goblin?
Knowing that something's gone this way, with the gauntlets off, I feel the power. I will change for the longsword +1.
Yep.
Before we start any combat, which means, do I really have to do my lightning?
Technically, yes.
Which would then say we've had a short. How does that work? Does that go
You
with
can just do it at will, but you take damage, so maybe it might not be the best time to switch. Look at it this way. The longsword does 1 more point of damage, and it has 1 more point on your roll to hit. They're
So-
more or less the same.
Yeah, we'll not switch right now. Then we will switch during the short rest once we've cleared this room. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, I've got my sword ready, my shield. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna be a. You know, I feel the power and feel like I'm. You know. Yeah, I feel like I can take on the world right now. So I'm just gonna come to the corner so I can see around the corner. Well, at least see which way the things go.
And then he
Right.
died.
You can see some stairs leading upwards.
Again, with the freaking stairs.
I also look around the corner and see if I can see a bit more than where do the stairs lead to.
Right. Okay, Goblin, are you climbing to the top of the stairs? So you can stick your head over the top.
Well, let's. I'm not quite. I mean, how tall am I as this goblin?
Like 3 foot.
3 foot. So, yeah, maybe so I can see over. So maybe, but something might not be able to see me.
Yeah, so you walk up the stairs very, very slowly, singing,
I am a goblin. I am a goblin. No one can.
because, yeah, with an 11. And you stick your head up above the edge of the stairs. Right. And what do you see? I wonder if there's a picture.
Run away!
Hmm.
Before we
No picture of that. Okay. Let's do a little bit of revealing there. Right, so you see into a larger room. Let me see. Is there a description of this I can say? Okay, you kind of see a... No, I can't really give you that description until you're further in. Okay, so you see into a room, and what you see... have I got a picture of this guy? Yeah, we can do that. Right, so you see a dwarf that matches the description of Nundro standing in front of you, and behind Nundro, if you can see that, behind Nundro is a drow. You can tell it's a drow. His skin is black as coal, his hair as white as ice and snow. He's holding a staff with a spider figurehead on the top of it, and a knife to the throat of the dwarf in front of him. And he sees you singing your way to the top of the stairs, and he says, "Interlopers." Oh, it's a woman, isn't it? Yeah. Interlopers. My guards warned me you were coming. Take one more step, and I will kill your dwarven friend. Back away now while you can. What do you do?
I am going to back away slowly. And regroup is what we're going to do. And we're going to leave it on a cliffhanger right there, just to be an arse.
No. You attempt to back away. Right? And as you slowly back up, right, the person holding the black spider staff, one might suspect might be the black spider, who knows?
He has to back away, so I am backing away.
Yeah. Smiles and says, "Fool," and immediately casts magical darkness. Right? As all drows... Oh, that's the wrong button there. As all drows innately have. So let me do that. So immediately, the front of that is gone. Let me just move these two... come on. Let me move these two into hidden layer. So there's magical darkness just poofs and obscures the entrance. And as you're starting to back away, slowly down there, and you can just, George, you can see him kind of slowly backing up. You can hear little skittering sounds as out of the darkness, surprisingly, it's on the wrong layer, out of the darkness, a spider runs across the top of the roof, followed by a second, that's good where I'm going, followed by a second spider running towards you. And followed by yet another spider. As a whole group of these giant spiders start clambering out of the darkness, on the ceiling, on the wall, heading towards you. Roll initiative at the beginning of your next session.
Where's my goddamn fireball when I need it?
You, Colby, probably have to take a wisdom saving throw because you were almost killed by spiders last time. You may have a phobia now.
Yeah.
Remember, you were poisoned. Your Lazel very kindly kicked you into a room full of spiders. And then when you were paralyzed on the floor, tried to drown you with wine.
Seriously.
I'm not the one who did it. You did that.
How long ago was it now?
Who knows? Years, days. Game time, probably 24 hours.
More than that.
Yeah, 2 days. Okay, so you may have found the black spider. Looks like you found Nundra. He has blocked off any sight to the room that he's in, and I'm going to re-hide that, actually. And giant spiders have come out of the darkness to attack you. How will this end? Who knows? But what we do know is our goblin friend is in trouble.
And we'll call that there, and start initiative. We'll roll initiative when we come back. When is the next session? That's a good question.
Right, let's have a look, because calendar might be about to get busy. So, right, because next weekend, next weekend I'm not here. Weekend after, it's bank holiday weekend. Then we've got the other campaign, Tyranny of Dragons, probably the 8th. Yeah, the 8th of June. For anyone paying attention, Eid happens to be that week, but I don't think any of you celebrate it, so we probably are fine.
Mm-hmm. 8th of June is cool.
Right.
Yeah, should be okay.
Okay, so we put that in the calendar.
Yep, 8th
Phandelver.
should be okay for me. 8th of June.
Right, and if we zoom out of the big... Sorry, Sarge, can you zoom out of the map right now? And let's have a look at how much of the cave our group has actually explored.
Not much.
You zoom right out.
Not much.
There's a little bit left.
Just a little bit. 2/3 the dungeon.
Right, I need 2 people, or I need 2 rolls with a D4. First roll. Who wants it?
Me.
Well, roll a D4 and tell me.
4.
Four would be red bait.
I love the way you say it. Bad bait.
Who wants the other one?
I rolled a 2.
Two would be rat bait. Alright.
He's got some catching up to do, so leave him alone.
Leave me alone. Well, Paolo would have got one because he was the only one in the roll, so that should be all the rolls.
And the pot's in the plus. Which is
No
good.
unrolled entries, so yes. 1 for Paolo and 2 for Reddy.
But we are up. We are up in the pot.
Yes, we are at 40 now.
Yay.
Okay, right. Where is the Spellforge? Will our goblin ever make it? Tune in. On the 6th of June, is it? 8th of June, and find out. Who knows? Maybe we've got a TPK coming on.
What the hell is the TPK?
Total player kill.
What about the horrible spiders?
Yeah.
I don't know. You may have found the big bad. Who knows? He had a spider staff. He was monologuing. Generally a bad sign.
So maybe he's controlling the spiders with the staff. I think we need to take the staff off of him.
Well, funnily enough, Drow worship the spider god Lolth, a demon queen of spiders. So they're quite a big thing in Drow mythology. And also, Drow society is run by women, not men. So all the powerful people are women.
Okay, so take the spear away from her and maybe control the spiders.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Retreat, kill the spiders, go back in.
We shall see.
Right, okay.
Same time?
Probably, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we have for the people watching, we do. Yep, we have the other one. I'm not sure if the Thursday one's going to be happening or not.
Not for a little while. We've got some attendance issues from James, JD. But we are going to get it restarted soon. Probably the beginning of June.
So it does say 29th of May.
Placeholder stuff. We will see whether that happens or not.
Obviously, yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We know it's a placeholder. It's in there. Whether it happens, to be arranged, confirmed, whichever. And then we have the first Sunday, the 1st of June, with the other.
Where hopefully Eagle will turn up and we will see what happens with. What's your character called? Taser.
I've been attending. I was attending. I missed one during the PC crash.
Yeah. Okay, right. Great session, guys. So I think that's it.
Yep.
Sarge.
Yes.
Right. If everyone wants to just wave.
Do the wavy,
Bye, guys.
wavy, wavy.
Are you doing?
Yeah. Nah.